She was living so he can paint me. Motherfucker, I'm a legend. Motherfucker, I'm a legend.
Motherfucker, I'm a legend. Hey man, what's going on, man? It's your boy DJ Las Vegas. We out here, man. 12:30. This is an afternoon stream. On a Wednesday. We working. I want to shout out to old John Crow in the cut, man. He was here early. He was like the first one. But yeah, before we get the show ready, we just waiting on Gutsy Guts and anybody from the members side of things that want to just pull up on us and you know, shoot the shit, you know what I'm saying? We're just gonna run some music, man. Run some music that I'm feeling, you know what I'm saying? And this one right here is one of them. One, two, three, go.
I've been everywhere, I don't know where to
Go now.
MTV can't stop a
Foot up in my dope house. Even need a rollout.
Got a line up out the block, it's ready,
Go
sold
out.
I can't tell you who I'm smoking on,
It's so loud.
Could've paid a little extra for the
Roll out.
Either that or we
Yeah, this shit's so hard, bro. This song is so hard, bro. Pause. I feel like this is like,
want, baby. Leave the back door open, we could clear.
this has to be like
We you
one of the, you know,
black, baby. Can't you tell we came a long way from the block?
one of my favorite joints from Impressive for sure.
Make me get a little hot, you too easy. I'm getting surgical with it, she say I'm creepy. I beat the body and barely got him a 3P. I've been busy, my family could barely
See me.
incorporated the label, wrote it in VVs. I done went from Paris to London, back to the Sheezy.
I don't know where to go now.
MTV can't stop a
Put up in my dope house.
product launch and they don't even need a
Roll out.
got a line up out the block, it's ready.
So loud. Oh man, it's already sold out. While I'm smoking, speaking of BFR, Bundog also dropped. Bundog dropped a new song yesterday called 2 a.m. in St. Regis. It's like a freestyle to that Drake record. I didn't really take it in. Let's just take it in now. Shout out to KR, Kevin Roberts, you know what I'm saying? He's the one that directed the video. Let's see what's up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this beat's hard.
Niggas been acting, I ain't concerned about anyone. Another gun posted on the gram, they ain't fire once. Everybody hiding, let us smoke till that fire comes. I was on the 2 and the 3 before I came to 1. Started with the photo, long before I got famous, I was dodging photos. You bitches hate to pick me, bitch, but be that on the low though. Y'all can't wear no sweats, I wear my mask and soda. Everywhere I go though, owners always asking me for promo. Niggas ride dick, but no homo.
You like this one? John Crow, you like this one?
Got a logo. He came out the dirt, but he ain't got nothing to show though. But maybe it's a bad month, or maybe he just rapping about that money that he had once, or maybe he's just waiting till his bag comes. I don't know. Or maybe it's my selfish side. Although you still pay for Uber rides.
I mean, I like the beat.
On the Jewish side, you and the Finch talking about me, real funny guys.
I feel like Bundock should have came with a little bit more energy.
Probably laugh yourself.
But that's a personal opinion, right?
Alright, now they trying to raid the house. I get this money off of rap, no need to stake me out.
Yeah, so yeah, today we're going to be talking about TK. TK, he gets 80 years. The Mount Rushmores, I don't know if you guys been seeing on Instagram or TikTok or wherever you be, you know, watching your local social media, wherever you get your social media binge. Take the Mount Rushmores. I've been seeing, the last Mount Rushmore I seen was the male R&B Mount Rushmore. But there's more. There was like the mixtape Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? We've been talking about Mount Rushmores for a while, even back when we were saying like top black porn actress Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying? We've been talking about that shit for a while now. So yeah, there's a lot of Mount Rushmores going on. So I mean, before we get into all that, obviously, we're gonna run some music. Brand new music from OKG Dello. Oh yeah, No Jumper did one yesterday. Okay, cool. OKG Della, Frank Hot. I think that's Frank's Hot Sauce. I don't know what Frank's Hot is, but let's get into this one. I don't know, man. Like a remix? Drake and Bundog remix? Oh, no, I don't know this. Okay. Let me look for that actually. What y'all think about this one? OKG Dello, Frank Hart. What y'all think about that one? Huh? Yeah. That one is I mean, he has a good flow. I'm not gonna sit in cap on the kid's flow. He has a really good flow. The No Jumper, Mount Rushmore. I guess it's the white rapper. Is that what you're talking about? The white rapper, Mount Rushmore? So they have Eminem, Mac Miller. Is that Paul Wall? And who is this gentleman right here? Is that who's that guy? Who is that guy? As a matter of fact, let me get the actual picture. Let me get the No Jumper picture instead of the video. I can see it better, If I could find it, that is. Anyways, I can't find it right now. Oh, I can't find it. Anyway, so we got Eminem, Paul Wall. Who was this fourth white guy? Is that what's his name there? The youth from Kentucky? Why does he have long or Russ? Oh, I think that's Russ. Okay, we have Russ, Paul Wall, Mac Miller, Eminem. Respectfully, I would take Mac Miller off the list. And I only say that because Mac Miller has passed, and to be putting him on this list ahead of the many talented white rappers that are doing their thing, I don't think we had the opportunity to see Mac Miller in his glory. Old John Crow, Drizzy is black, sir. Drizzy cannot be on this white rapper list. That would be unfair. Would Drizzy go on a white rapper Mount Rushmore and a black rapper Mount Rushmore? Is he able to do? Is he able to do the both Mount Rushmores? That's actually a thought-provoking question right there. Eminem for sure. I don't even know if I would put Paul Wall there. I would put someone maybe more like, because Mount Rushmore is not just like rap or whatever. It should be like impact. I think Mount Rushmore should be impact. how they impacted the game. And I think Vanilla Ice should be up there, to be honest with you. You know? Maybe Paul Wall could stay. Mac Miller can come off. MGK. I guess the argument here is, should MGK be featured on the white rapper Mount Rushmore? I don't think so. I think I'm cool. I think I'm cool with MGK not being on this list for sure. Russ is dope too, but I don't think Russ has enough hits. Yeah, Vanilla. Honestly, Old Jungle, Vanilla Ice should be up there. He has probably the most iconic 2 records. Maybe, I know one for sure, with Ice Ice Baby. Do you know what I'm saying? Ice Ice Baby. Bing, 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 bada, bing, bing. He needs to be up there. He needs to be up there still. I think that's blasphemy that they don't put that Vanilla Ice up there. I think I want to definitely hear what Gutsy has to say about that before, you know, we really get into the Mount Rushmore things. Did they acknowledge you? Did they acknowledge you when you were saying that?
Hey yo, it's Westside Pootie, and we're getting money. Yo, bro.
Shame on Adam. More tunes for your head top, blood clots. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go.
Hey yo, I'm more Coachella, less Coachella. No cut on my slabs, you niggas know better. You can tell we working by the porch light. Supply 350s with the orange stripes. The door flew off after one kick. We robbed everybody, we was on shit. Snatching bricks like Biombo.
Saying it, but they never blocked you yet though.
In the Diablo. Motherfucker, I'm a legend.
Motherfucker, I'm a legend. Yo, I forgot. I already played this record. That's crazy. This song has my heart, bro. Let's move on to the next one. That right there was 38 Special and rest in peace, Fred the Godson. Empty Plates, produced by Tricky Trips. It's definitely one of my favorite 38 Special verses. Let's get into this one right here, man. We'll play two more records before we start, yeah? 2 more things, man. Fred's in your top 5? Like what, lyrically? I remember Fred the Godson had a sick bar when he was like, he's like, something my bitch like Kardashian, because every car that dash she in. Like, I'm like, holy crow, that guy's wicked. He's probably one of the best spitters still, like, that I ever heard. I'm not gonna cap to you, man. Let's get into this one right here. Big tunes, man. Big tunes.
Go ahead, daddy.
It's a Queen's thing, baby.
I wanna dance with you.
Rock on.
Baby, tell me you're ready.
Oh, do you?
Rock on.
Are you for sure?
How you doing, miss?
My name is Ella from Queens.
I heard about your man, he like the late sugar cream. Don't shake about a mosquito with Donna jeans, but he slipped up and threw his rock to a fiend. He be playing like a willy cause he dressed.
You think so?
Never knowing that his woman is in need of love.
But yo, when did the beef start though? Like, when was there ever a beef between these guys?
Then he falling asleep. You on the phone with your old peeps, dying to creep between my sheets. So
well, LL Cool J is like a superstar at that point. His videos are gonna be better. I wanna roll with you. I do what I gotta do. I wanna roll with you. I do what I gotta do. LL Cool J, L had a huge influence on your craft? For real?
Jewels and Cristal got a Mac and funny style. He ain't watching you, he rather watch his money pal. Can't protect treasures when it's in a glass house. Soon as he turn the corner, I'ma turn that out full blown. Frontin' in the 6 with the chrome, yo B. Why you leave your honey all alone with me? Just because you blessed with cash doesn't mean your honey won't let me finesse that. She see.
So yo, was that Biggie in the video? I just kind of peeped it. Was that Biggie in the driver's seat? Who is this big guy? That's not Biggie. Is that Biggie? That is Biggie, isn't it? I never even booked that shit. What the hell? Well, I guess I understand why Biggie's in the video, because I guess maybe Puff Daddy produced it. He made a lot of records for the ladies. So, with that being said, I think LL Cool J would have always had an impact over Jigga. Jigga wasn't making no songs for the ladies, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't making no records for the women like that. You know what I'm saying? His stuff was always like kind of like street tales and things of that nature. So I feel like with Jigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z, he was just for the streets, especially at that early stage in his career, while LL was always kind of like doing stuff for the ladies. Oh, John Crow, my brother. Oh my God. Thank you so much for the love, man. You are a superstar. I don't know, man. I understand it's like weird to you to be coming on and talking to the Man Dem, but you gotta come and talk to the Man Dem, man. Come and join us one day, man. Just, you know, you don't even need to cam up. You don't even need to cam up. You know what I'm saying? But really, man, I respect you, bro. I thank you. We work hard for these things, man, and honestly, your hard work never gets noticed. Your hard work definitely helps us continue to do this more. But yeah, I guess maybe we could start off with that. LL Cool J was asked by Charlemagne about if there was a issue with him and Jay-Z. If I could pull that up, I can. I mean, this is 9 months old and we still talking about it. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, let's pull that up and let's react to that clip of LL Cool J talking about an alleged beef between them two. All right, let's go.
Out in Manhattan, and you rapped a verse from Funky. Is it true that you and Jay-Z once battled in a parking lot in Manhattan, and you rapped a verse from Funkadelic Relic, and him and his team laughed at you?
Okay, let's talk about it, what it really is. First of all, I didn't rap a verse from Funkadelic Relic. Okay, that's the first fucking thing.
That's the story.
It's bullshit.
Okay,
it's not true. What did happen though is, you know, I see guy, you know, he in the club and he's trying to, you know, flash money to get my attention. And I'm looking, okay. And then this man Sauce came up to me and was rapping. So I had a couple of rhymes. Remember, I'm albums in now. Mm-hmm. You know, these are guys that ain't had a deal. So when I ain't have a deal, I had a suitcase of rhymes. Now I'm albums in. So I said some rhymes. I said a couple of rhymes. Then I said a little bit of a song, Ain't No Stopping This, a little bit. Then Jay came up rap. I was out of rhymes, B. Mm-hmm. In no scenario was I like fully loaded and ready to rhyme. You know what I'm saying? If I was, you know, I'm not exactly like, you know, the first rapper that you really want to get into that shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't like, so yes, did I run out of rhymes? Was I finished rapping? Abso-fucking-lutely. Was it their peanut gallery? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. But do you really want to get into some of that kind of shit with LL? Like, you really want that?
Oh, so
like, no, but I'm saying, like, do dudes really want the problems, or is it just a nice story to have? It's like like Floyd taking off the glove, stepping out the ring, and you shadow boxing in front of him. I caught you. It's like, okay. Yeah, you caught me. Y'all caught me.
Yeah. So it was just one of those things you just weren't as prepared as you
I
probably should
wasn't
have been.
prepared. I ran out of rhymes. They run up. This motherfucker, he been rapping on the corner for 10 years. He got fucking 1,000 rhymes. I ain't got none. I'm out of rhymes. He raps. Okay, congrats. You got that one.
Yeah.
You got that one. But, if I was you, I'd just bank that one and just leave it at that. You know what I mean? Don't, drop nothing.
Is that where the whole Jay-Z and LL Cool J got problems came from?
I don't know. I couldn't even tell you, bro.
Because there was another rumor that your song Lounging was about Ho.
I mean...
because at the time he was known for the Lexus and you was... Why you looking at me like that? He was known for the Lexus and you...
Fucking, what, you got stock in fucking Lexus? I can't rap about a Lexus? This nigga got stock in Lexus? I can't mention Lexuses? The fuck? What's going on? What are we doing here? Like, how personal we gonna take this shit, bro? Like...
But was any of those bars about Jay?
No.
Okay.
He's capping. I think there definitely was some sort of friction between them. I don't know if it would have been after that or before that. It could be like a block thing, but LL Cool J and Jay-Z to this day do not have a song together. You know what I mean? We're talking about two guys considered to be, and we're going to stick a pin on that cannabis joint. Hold on. But two guys considered to be celebrities in their own right. You know what I'm saying? But I would say at the time Jay-Z first came out, sorry, this guy has me thinking about cannabis now. LL Cool J was already like a superstar. So I feel like if Jay-Z was to poke that bear, too early against LL Cool J, I don't think Jay-Z has a career.
You're crazy. You're crazy. Jay-Z with a super yellow tape friggin' LL Cool J, fam. LL Cool J was just rapping about Galdem, fam. Jay-Z was rapping about everything and then Galdem sometimes. This is a battle we're talking about here, fam. This is not Kumo D. This is not cannabis. This is not like, you know what I'm saying? Cool G rap, Big Daddy Kane. No, nigga, this is Jay. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, LL, what is LL gonna say? Nigga, you ugly as shit. I get more pictures than you. No, nigga, we don't care. He would have lost that battle, fam. LL, first off, I see somebody in the comments saying, like, LL's track was better and everything. No, fam. LL is like the Mario version of back in the day where these niggas were just lame vibing to get Galdem, fam. If this was anybody else saying the lyrics that LL was doing, you guys would be like, yo, that's corny, that shit is whack, and this and that and the third. But because it's LL and we give him respect, we kind of like look past these things. This nigga's talking about taking niggas bitches and, oh, I can treat you better than your man can. Nigga, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? That's beer lame vibing, you know what I'm saying? LL is still a GOAT, but like, he did a lot of lame shit, and let's not play. Jay-Z would have yellow taped that. No question. Jay-Z with a super yellow tape LL. LL wouldn't be the GOAT that he is now. He wouldn't have 4-3-2-1. He wouldn't have any of these tunes. I'm sorry. Jay is yellow taping.
Okay, I get where you're coming from, but I'm thinking about this in a business standpoint. I feel like, okay, John Crow said cannabis smoked LL.
Facts.
100% true. 1000% true. But cannabis is a new artist. So for a new artist to try and come at LL Cool J with all of LL Cool J's clout, do you really think they would have chose cannabis over LL Cool J in a time where the artist ruled?
They did. I think what happened was cannabis fucked up in a sense where he went on the man's track first. And I think that kind of like made him, because fam, he had the best fucking lines in that song, other than maybe DMX. Actually, I'm lying. Method Man and Redman had some fire. Like, to tell you the truth, everybody on that song had fire bars but LL. You know,
Now,
Sauce
which
got us
version?
hard before
Paul,
pose.
hold
The
on,
shorty
Gutty.
with the big bag. It doesn't matter.
Which version are we talking about? The extendo mix version, or are we talking about the shortened
Bro,
down
even
version?
Master P in the extendo mix part was on it and trying to get rowdy. Everybody's verse on that was fire except for LL. And I think him, Cannabis jumping on that track and then kind of getting taken off and then kind of getting dissed through that track. I think that's what hurt him more than like 2-3 second round knockout and shit. And then two, Cannabis doesn't. He just wasn't consistent enough. He didn't have the look. He didn't have the money. He just didn't have it. He didn't have the it factor. Now he had the bars, but he didn't have the it factor to go at a guy like fucking LL. Jay had it. Jay definitely had the it factor to go at LL, and he should have.
Yeah, I don't think it would have been a good idea for him to do that. I don't think so. Still, I don't think it would have been a really good idea. I'm telling you.
I think a bigger question is like, why was this a thing? And I guess the fans never really gauged it. And then two, let's just say, okay, you know, this is early times, lounging times, what 96, 95, around that era.
Mm-hmm.
What happened in the years after? Why they never even threw any shots more? Like these are hit. This is why I get pissed off at hip hop, because it's like you guys have all these little side quest beefs that nobody knows about, and then you talk about 20 years later. How come you got
even I would say like 50 kind of dry snitched himself into a career, because if you look at about like his beginnings and who he's claiming that shot him and all that type of shit, and then him going at Murder Inc. knowing like these are my rivals, these are the people that try to take me out. You know what I'm saying? It was more of a story.
But we didn't know that though. Like no, you had to be like a real hip hop head to know. Okay, Irv and Ja have a relationship with Supreme, and
Correct.
even before that, How to Rob, he was dissing the whole industry.
Yes, correct.
So that was before. I believe that was before he got shot.
That was before he got shot. How to Rob was way before. I think like the same year, but he dropped that shit before.
So he still had that aggressiveness toward the industry. Whereas, okay, let's just say he's doing that and he yellow tapes the whole industry. Jay-Z's doing that and he's only getting at LL. I think that there's a place for that, and it depends on the diss record too. We don't even know what the diss records would have entailed. What if the diss record started exposing some stuff like Jay-Z started exposing LL on some different kind of shit? Yo, LL's one of them niggas that be, you know, at the high schools picking up girls and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like doing some foul shit. Like we don't know. That could have totally yellow taped and changed the career path for LL. Maybe Jay-Z comes and yellow tapes him and you don't see LL doing TV. We don't see LL doing movies and shit like that. Like it's a completely different ballgame. People say that, okay, put it like this. People say that Nas like yellow taped Jay, right?
Yeah.
Career path wise, you would never know. You would have never, coming out of that battle, you would have never known Jay-Z lost. If people say he lost, which he did, I'm not gonna lie. You can't apologize. But where did he lose? The nigga ended up signing Nas. The Nas ended up signing to him right after.
Yeah, I honestly don't think Jay-Z lost that battle still. Regardless of the apology.
Right after that, the man had the upgraded Rockefeller. He's like, all right, you know, Jay, Beanie, Memphis, all y'all niggas is mid. All right, I'm gonna go get fucking Kanye and fucking Rihanna, and I'm gonna go sign Nas. Like he just, I don't know if I'm like, I can't see Jay-Z losing a battle to fucking LL. Mr.
At that year.
Even back in the day.
All right. Speaking of LL Cool J and the 50 Cent track, How to Rob, you know How to Rob was on the Deep cover project. I'm sorry, Into Deep project.
Into Deep, yes.
Right? That obviously LL Cool J played the big gangster in that one. And this is who we talked about.
Queens, remember Queens.
Yes, it's all. Yep, it's even though it's same Southside Jamaica, Queens. Yep. And in order, 50 disses Kim Porter, Puff Daddy, Bobby and Whitney, Brian McKnight, Keith Sweat, Cardan, Harlem World, Mace, Old Dirty Bastard, Foxy Brown, and Corrupt, Jay-Z, Case, Track masters as Tone and Polk, Slick Rick, Stevie J, Big Pun, Masterpiece, Silk the Shocker, Will and Jada, Timbaland and Missy, Joe, Jermaine Dupri and DeBrat, DMX, Tretch, DJ Clue, TQ, Raekwon, Ghost and RZA, Sticky Fingers and Fredro, Cannabis, Heavy D, Juvenile, Blackstreet, R. Kelly, though not by name, is referenced within the lyrics, Boyz II Men and Michael Bivins, Mike Tyson and Robin Givens, Master C, Busta Rhymes and the Flipmode Squad, and Kirk Franklin. And you know what? I would say like this is more. I think this song, How to Rob, I think was probably. Did we ever hear a How to Rob before this? I don't think so.
Not really. Not that I remember. Like, not nobody dissing. I think that was why people fucked with him so heavy, is because he dissed everyone in the industry. Niggas that he dissed, niggas that you wouldn't expect him to diss. Like, nobody's gonna sit down there and diss Missy.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's going to make fun of Missy. He did.
Exactly.
So I think that but it also caused, like, as much as it helped him, it also hurt him, because a lot of people weren't fucking with him because of it. A lot of people are like, yo, who the fuck does this nigga think he is? All right, pull up and try that shit then.
Exactly. So that to me was more of a creative take on 50's upbringing. But once again, like I said, that was before. And I don't think they even really liked 50 after that anyways. A lot of people with that song, I think it was maybe like 75 people hated 50 and 25% people liked 50.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So after, like I said, after the shooting and after the whole fucking Irv, you fat motherfucker, I know protective record, protective who? Like when he dropped that song with G Unit, like I feel like that was like 50's super duper rise, and that whole mixtape before the album type shit was like the reason why, like Wangsta was his big.
Yeah, fam. The man dropped a diss record. He was the original dropping this record to blow up. Like, everybody's talking about Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
Fam, do you guys not remember Wangsta?
Yeah.
Wangsta was huge. To me, that's way worse than fucking They Not Like Us.
Yeah. Yo, maybe, we need to talk about which song was more.
Drake got a number one fucking hit after that. Not even fucking a year after. Ja Rule didn't get no number one hits after Wangsta came out, as far as I know.
I think
maybe a 1-2, but like it wasn't just straight up. He had to fight for them. Drake ain't really fighting for no number one hits. Drake dropped No Kill like fucking, and he just went right back to the shit. And two different artists. Kendrick's not dropping like that. Kendrick's not solely like, I doubt that every Kendrick drop from now on is going to be taking shots at Drake. Like a 1-2, you'll have subliminals like the fucking music video for Luther, but fam, every song literally after was like a diss to fucking My Boy, even when it wasn't.
Yeah, because in that year he dropped Thug Lovin' with Bobby Brown, Mesmerize with Ashanti.
Mesmerize probably went number one.
Yeah, he dropped The Pledge with Nas and Ashanti and Tupac, quote unquote.
I love that beat, but that's not it.
But those were the
me without you.
And then obviously the year later he drops Clapback, which probably was his best record in that year, and his only single. So yeah, that nigga fell off.
I'm telling you, huh? Thug Lovin' was probably the best song that came. Memorize was the best one, but like Thug Lovin', like, and I know y'all get bored dealing with sin. Oh, you miss my loving, that loving, that love. I want to ask Bobby Brown what was his favorite like feature. That's got to be one of his favorite features.
I know. I remember turning on 106 in Park, and that was always in the countdown. It was kind of annoying to me, but it was fun. Wally said, who had the better label? Going back to Wally's question, was it Rockefeller or was it Def Jam?
That's not even fair.
I know. Def Jam had everybody.
Def Jam had Rockefeller.
Yeah.
You gotta do like Def Jam versus like Diplomats. Def Jam versus
you can't even do that either. You would have to do Rockefeller versus Diplomats. You'd have to do like,
or sorry, Rockefeller versus Diplomats, but you can't even do that either because Diplomats was under Rockefeller. So
exactly.
So you would have to do Rough Riders versus Rockefeller. That would
Which
be a
is
little bit.
not fair because Rough Riders was under Def Jam too. They were
I'm
sister
saying Rockefeller.
labels.
I'm saying Rockefeller versus Rough Riders.
They were sister labels, I think, at the same time.
Rockefeller
I'm not too
and
sure, but
Rock-
Rockefeller was, and I gotta check.
Regardless if they were sister labels, they're two different labels. Like
Yes,
if you're
yes,
signed
yes.
under one label, that's different.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
yeah,
you can't
yeah.
compare Def Jam. Like it'd be different if you compare Def Jam to Sony or Warner or one of them. Cool. But like Rough Riders labels was completely different from Rockefeller's labels. DTP's label was different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Ludacris's label was different from a Cash Money per se. Like there's different labels in that sense, even though they were probably all signed to like Island Def Jam or Def Jam, whatever. But like, yeah, Def Jam was way bigger than Rockefeller. That's not fair.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
fair. Fam, Def Jam had everyone at one point. Like the Violator album was under Def Jam, no?
No. Let me check. Let me fact check.
If the Violator album was a Def Jam album, fam, it's not fair. They had everybody. Busta, Nori. Because Missy wasn't thing at that time. Maybe the Violator album wasn't a Def Jam album.
Yes, it was. Holy
It was a Def Jam.
fuck!
See, there you go.
Damn, bro.
There you go. It's not fair. Def Jam
It makes
Def Jam
sense.
had everyone, bro. Like I don't think we. I don't think it's the appreciation. I just think it's the history of Def Jam doesn't get told the way it should be because it kind of fell off and it's still there, right? But Def Jam was growing up, I only wanted to be on two labels, Def Jam and Rockefeller. I didn't care if I was rapping, singing, or just somebody behind the scenes. I wanted to be on fucking Def Jam, bro. And then as I grew up and became a huge J fan, I wanted to be on Rockefeller, but I never wanted to be on a Rough Riders. I never wanted to be, maybe Diplomats a little bit, but I couldn't dress. So I knew I would be like the undressful nigga on Dipset. But other than that, fam, like, yeah, it was Def Jam and that was it, actually. And Koch Records had some of the dogs them still.
Koch Records was the graveyard, fam. After freaking 50 said that, no.
No, but it had the dogs them though. But regardless of people didn't like it or it was the graveyard, it has some really sick artists on Koch. I'm not gonna deny that.
Yeah.
Go through that. So hopefully you and for go through that. I was raised in the projects, roaches and rats,
smokers out back, selling them
mamas.
Sofa. We were talking about before you came in here. We're talking about the Mount Rushmore, the Mount Rushmore of shit, and there's plenty Mount Rushmores.
Which one's the funniest one you've seen so far? Because I seen the white rapper Mount Rushmores. They just put out the R&B Mount Rushmores.
Yes,
they
they
put out
did.
the Atlanta Mount Rushmores.
Let's start off with this one. Old John Crow said Vanilla Ice should be up there, and I agree with him.
Yeah, it's so funny he said that. Respectfully, I'm taking out Paul Wall.
Ooh.
You have to take out Paul Wall. Paul Wall only has one fucking song.
I would go so far even as to take out Mac Miller.
Now that's tricky. Mac Miller really influenced a lot of black folks. Like Mac Miller's influence on like that hippie skater culture, that Wiz Khalifa era when he came up, he was very influential on black people, fam. Like I don't know. I was gonna take Russ off when I seen this last week, right? But then I was in the car last night and I was listening to the radio and I heard Russ is coming down here, and guess who's featuring? Guess who's Russ' feature on the tour when he comes down to Toronto?
Oh,
Big Sean.
Oh yes, I did see that. When I seen that,
I'm like, yeah. Russ is a goated white youth. He's a goated white youth. Like we can't do that to Russ.
He's smart. He's very smart. So one thing I'll give it to Russ for, probably one of the smartest white rappers. Old John Crow said we should put Drake up there as well. Now, what my question was for him was do we put Drake? Is Drake allowed to be on two lists? Can he be on a white and black list? You know what I mean? I don't know Gutsy went MIA as I don't know. But anybody in the comments, man, if y'all here, make sure you guys like. Let us know about this white rapper Mount Rushmore if you guys are effing with it, man. Like I said, I would take Mac Miller off, and I will definitely take Paul Wall off. But Vanilla Ice is up there, and another white rapper that I don't know, Bubba Sparks.
Yellow
I'm
Wolf.
just joking. This nigga said Yellow Wolf. Someone was saying MGK. A lot of people were rage baiting about MGK being on that list. I wouldn't put him on that shit either.
I'm torn with MGK because he does a lot of he does a lot of rock and roll stuff recently that he's been getting more credit for. Like his rap stuff, I'm not sure.
What about a you like what's that you from Kentucky?
100 Rugrat.
No, not him. I think it's too early for him to be on something like this. I'm talking about the youth that did a song with Drake, Kentucky Derby or whatever. Chat, if you know who I'm talking about, put the name in there. Not X.
Kentucky.
Come on.
Churchill Down Youth.
Yeah, Churchill Down. Sorry.
You can put me down.
What's this guy's name?
Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow. What about Jack Harlow? Too early for him?
Jack Harlow.
What about G-Eazy? Like, why are we not thinking about G-Eazy? No, not G-Eazy.
Halsey's boyfriend?
Yeah.
Fuck no. Halsey's probably more better than G-Eazy.
I don't know, man. I would put G-Eazy up there. Actually, I don't
You're
think
putting
G-Eazy. I wouldn't put G-Eazy up there. I'm just saying, Eminem, Russ, cool. Vanilla Ice needs to be in there, and there has to be one more. Impactful.
White?
Yeah, he's Italian.
That doesn't count.
Jesus Christ. Okay, now we're being technical. All right, the next one.
No. Let's be real. Italians do not count as like fucking European like white youths.
Italy's in Europe, so whatever.
I know, but they're not European white youths. You know what I mean? Like they're not like if a man tells you he's from where did he just say Italian? He's from Italy. Okay, so if a man tells you he's from Italy and a man tells you he's from Poland, which one are you gonna say that's more white?
Poland.
Thanks.
Polish. Yeah,
that's all I'm trying to say.
All right, say that then.
Shout out to the Polish youths.
We got this one that I saw earlier today. This morning, we got the Mount Rushmore of R and Bizzle, man.
Don't lie. Do not lie. It took you at least like half an hour to figure out who the guy at the end was on the left.
No, I knew that was Kels.
On the left side.
Oh, Chris. Oh, that's Chris Brown. I knew it was Chris too.
No, you did not. You're a fucking liar. I
did. He doesn't look like Chris Brown, but that's Chris.
Nigga, that took me 48 hours to see to find out. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I seen 1-2 people in the comments like, "Nah, who's the nigga on the far left?" And I was just like, "Is that like YK or Osiris or somebody?" Like,
Rodemy,
Rotimi, Rod Wave. I don't know who the fuck that was, fam. Then the nigga's like, "Yo, why they did Chris Brown greasy?" I'm like, Chris Brown's not up there. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, but this is the R&B Mount Rushmore. Agree or disagree?
I'm gonna have to agree. Still, I don't really have any complaints on this one.
Yeah, me neither. Some people are saying Neo. Some people are saying Stevie Wonder, Akon, Prince. Maybe Prince should be up there, but Prince doesn't wear pop. But yeah, feel me?
Then why Stevie Wonder when Stevie Wonder can't even see who's on there? Like that doesn't make sense.
Jesus Christ.
I'm being real. Stevie Wonder can't see who's on the Mount Rushmore, so why put him up there anyways?
Jesus Christ.
You can tell him he's up there and he wouldn't know.
What about like Bobby Brown or you know what I mean?
Now I would go with is Bobby's solo more impactful than he was with New Edition?
Yes. My prerogative. Oh fuck yeah.
My prerogative is better than
and any New Edition song that came out prior.
Are you crazy? Or prior or just in general?
No, prior. I said prior. I didn't say after. I said prior.
What
When
came out before? What came? So when did? Okay, let's fact check.
Okay.
Let's get a fact check going. Who you want? You want Bobby Brown or you want me to go look up New Edition?
I'm looking at Bobby. My Prerogative came out in 92. How do you even spell prerogative? Holy crow. What a word for a cokehead. You don't spell, you still put prerogative? That's so stupid. Oh, that came out in 88. Yikes.
My Prerogative came out in 88.
Wow, yeah. I guess that whole album the album is from Don't Be Cruel. So that whole album was fucking golded, B.
All right, that's cool. So Thing came out in 83. New Edition came out in 83.
Mm-hmm.
Their studio album Candy Girl.
Dope song.
After that, the second album, New Edition, I believe has you're fucking crazy. You got to cool it now. Cool. Ooh, watch out. You're gonna lose control.
Okay, that's a good one.
Mr. Telephone Man.
Bobby song.
It's way better than My Prerogative.
No, it's not.
You're fucking crazy.
It's not.
Fam, Mr. Telephone Man bitches is fucking to that shit. Fam, you were what year were you born?
84.
Fam, you were probably probably like the album before you were born too.
The Candy Girl?
Yeah, the Candy Girl album, you were probably born to that. But like Mr. Telephone Man, no bitches weren't fucking to My Prerogative. Bitches were fucking to Mr. Telephone Man.
Yeah, so anything before that was like whatever to that whole. I think it's a new sound. I think that's just what it was. It was a new sound. You know what I mean? Even after that was what, All for Love by New Edition. What song
That
was
album,
there?
I do not remember any of that album. I'm not even gonna count.
The single was Count Me Out. I don't remember that song.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I think it's after that when they came. Which one? When did they come back around? It wasn't until they did the if it isn't love,
Nah.
why do I feel this way? That's when they came back.
Nah,
But
I
I'm sorry.
The Can You Stand the Rain is probably that could definitely rival any fucking
sunny day.
Yeah, that's the one that can rival.
Everybody knows that. Can you stand the rain? Yo, when they did that part in the fucking documentary, yeah, that I was like, this song is rude.
Yeah, that song is crazy. Oh, the man when they switched up to My Youth.
Or Johnny Gill.
Yeah,
Girl, you need somebody. Yo, that song is rude.
That song might smoke My Prerogative now that I'm thinking about it. Still, I'm going to take that one back.
But I think that song came after My Prerogative.
No, it's same year. It came out the same fucking year, bro.
Same year?
Yeah, G. It kind of counts still, because that song single came out in December 3rd, 1988, and that Bobby joint that I'll be talking about, My Prerogative, came out. It released in 1998. Shout out to Teddy Riley. It doesn't give me a date here still. It's grim.
So technically, I'm pretty sure My Prerogative came out before that song came out, fam. And if it's 98, and you're saying that Candy Girl came out Can't Stand the Rain or whatever in December.
Oh yeah.
Pretty
My
sure.
Prerogative came out in October. So I would say that was the clapback because he dropped Don't Be Cruel first, because Don't Be Cruel is a banger too. And I Don't Be Cruel. Because I know
not cruel to you.
I don't be cruel. Yeah, that's a banger. My Prerogative. Roni is a banger. I don't remember how it goes, but I know Roni is a banger. Every little step I take, there will be there. Every little breath I take, be together. Yeah, the man had Babyface, L.A. Reid, freaking Teddy Riley. How could you go wrong? And then remember, New Edition did not drop another album till '96.
I know.
So Bobby Brown technically in a career wise buried them niggas, bro.
I'm still not saying that because Bobby went back with them.
After the fact, bro. When the money's all done and you need the coke, you know what I'm saying? You're going to do whatever it takes to get there.
So how can you say that Bobby smoked them when still after he was there? And look who he was beside. He was beside like all the galdom. He was fucking Janet Jackson. He was fucking Whitney Houston. Like, fam, the guy, he was a guy. I think Bobby's looks outdoes his actual like thing. I think the galdom just like looking at him.
Yeah, he was a good looking brother back in the day with the gap tooth and all that. Yeah, he had that look when I was. Shout out to Rock Boy Ninja in the cut, Welly 96 in the cut. Welly said Miguel, Ty Dolla $ign, Steve Lacy, and Brent Fayez. Now I'm gonna keep 100% real with you, Welly. I do not know who the fuck Steve Lacy is, bro. I don't know who that guy is. I swapped that with Leon Thomas or something.
I was gonna say that. Leon's killing it right now.
Yeah, shout out to Leon Thomas, man. But no, I don't like that. I don't like that Mount Rushmore. That's not a Mount
and that would
Rushmore
be for
or
this
nothing.
era. That would be for this era. I don't know for this era who I would put there. What about groups though? Because we were talking about groups, R&B groups of Mount Rushmore. Jodeci, Boyz II Men.
Yes.
Everything else gets tricky after that. Jodeci and Boyz II Men are the two goated R&B groups of all time. Everything else, I don't know. Like, do you look at a Jagged Edge, 112, Isley Brothers? You know what I'm saying? Do you even go back to like Temptations, the OJs, and them groups? I don't know. But Jodeci and fucking Boyz II Men are there.
Well, if you say Boyz II Men, then you should say New Edition as well, then, because without New Edition, there's no Boyz II Men.
True.
But I mean, that's all. Remember, it's all really subject to opinion, and maybe it's either or. You either choose Boyz II Men or you choose New Edition, which was better. And I feel like for us in our age, we obviously grew up with Boyz II Men than New Edition. It's not to say that we don't know who they are, but it's more to say like Boyz II Men, Jagged Edge and 112, and those guys we grew up with. Those are the songs that we love as a group. Now, are we only basing it on males, or are we doing females as well? If we're doing males alone,
I think we're doing it males for now. And the only reason why I'll put Boyz II Men over New Edition, because New Edition had I guess because we know too much of New Edition's problems. Like they were a super dysfunctional group. Like and it was too many different things coming into one. You had Johnny Gill, who was a solo artist. Bobby's a solo artist. You know what I'm saying? Belle Biv DeVoe, they branched off and did their own thing. There was too much mashup with the group.
Belle Biv DeVoe did Belle Biv DeVoe, and then you had like Ralph do his own
Ralph
thing too.
did his solo thing.
Yeah,
there's too much, like, even though like and I guess they all were kind of successful when they branched off. New Edition over Boyz II Men still.
New Edition, okay, so you put
New Edition
them...
would be over Boyz II Men.
Yeah, because they branched off and created fucking monsters. Besides Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown
was already his own monster.
Yes. Yes. I guess the only person that never really saw real success was Ralph.
He did though. He just it was just a one song. He had a one hit wonder.
Yeah, but Johnny Gill came out and he worked with Keith Sweat and
his bros
and his next suit, and he had the Leverts, right? No,
or the Leverts. Yeah, the Leverts.
So
there was another. No, Johnny Gill. Wasn't there another Gill?
No, it's Johnny Gill.
Hill. It was Hill. Aaron Hill.
Aaron Hall. Aaron
Hall. The Halls.
Yes, the Halls are different. So if you have Johnny Gill and you have Keith Sweat and you have Gerald Levert, they're a group too after the fact. So like those guys kind of like New Edition is a legendary group still, but I like them. So when we talk about the Aaron Hall, Teddy Riley, and that group, what was their group called again?
Blackstreet.
They have to be a part. They have to be there somewhere too, in my opinion.
Nah.
No. What about public announcement? R. Kelly's group.
No. Fuck no. I said public announcement. Name one other member other than R. Kelly's bro that was in that group.
I don't even remember.
Fuck? Like niggas know fucking more members of like 112 or some shit.
Okay, so my Mount Rushmore then, New Edition, the Isley Brothers, because they span generations still. Like we still talk about the Isley Brothers to this day. So because from those days till now, the Isley Brothers stand firm still, and they were able to transcend decades. So I'm putting Isley Brothers up there. After the last two is personal opinion, to be honest. The last two is 112 and man, that last one is so tricky.
No, it's not, because I didn't hear you say Jodeci. Jodeci is the greatest R&B. Like, to me, in my opinion, Jodeci is the greatest R&B group of all time.
I'd put Jodeci then, just like you said. Yeah.
There's no, in my personal opinion, there's no greater R&B group than Jodeci. They like that era, that Jodeci, and then after the Casey and JoJo run. I'm sorry, fam. Them those are my guys.
Did you ever hear the reason why Devontae Swing stopped doing music?
No.
So apparently he got kidnapped, and they were gonna blow his brains out, and he ended up getting away. And ever since then, he got scared, and he didn't want to do music anymore. And the man didn't knew it for money and shit. So I guess they just broke into his crib and shit. You know what I'm saying? Wanted everything they got. Wanted everything he got, man.
I be hearing them stories all the time. Even on Love and Hip Hop, those women always talk about like people breaking into their house in Atlanta and shit like that, and their family's home and they had guns. I'm just like, that's scary, fam. That's why, like, yo, when you're broke, it's better, fam.
Yeah.
People don't really want to do any. Well, they still want to fuck with you, but like they're not really gonna eye you like that because you're just like, I'm not gonna go rob another broke nigga. Like, I'd rather go rob somebody that got money.
So do you think it's better than, instead of buying a house, do you think it's better just to buy a floor of a condo instead? Like just a whole condo with all your family members, the security's downstairs. Although security ain't shit, but I mean, it'll take a lot more guts and moxie to fucking go and run up in a man's condo still. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can have a dummy crib for whatever, like a studio, and then your next door is your mom, your next door is your sister. Like, the whole condo floor, as opposed to getting a big ass house.
Depends on what kind of niggas you're dealing with. If you're dealing with the cartel, I don't think it matters where the fuck you're at. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're dealing with like regular niggas, maybe, but even them niggas don't care either. If they're able to get upstairs, then if they're able to get to your floor.
No, I know. I don't think anywhere is safe, but like,
yeah, I don't.
Home invasions and shit, that's scary shit, bro. You ever did a home invasion or been in a home invasion? It's nuts.
This guy said he ever did one. The man used to tell what.
Yo, that actually was stupid to say still. Like, yo, I just thought about it. Like, I'm like, nigga, we just two real TV.
You ever just kick down a nigga's door and just run up in there and just know that, yo, there's like a 5-minute mark before the police come and you gotta get everything out of there and you don't know what you're looking for, and then all of a sudden you hear, Mom, there's people here. Are you here? Oh my God, like there's people here. Like, what do you do? Or you kick down the door and you see like a husband and a wife, and no, I've never experienced that.
Have you ever even experienced smashing someone's glass and opening the door and just running up in that shit knowing that there's something there that you have to have? You know what I'm saying? And you went to school with this person, and it's too real TV.
I've heard jail stories of niggas trying to kick down doors and it doesn't budge, fam. And the niggas are telling the niggas, okay, let's just like next house or nothing. And then niggas just there trying to donkey kick this shit and it won't budge.
Yo, bro, I could imagine. Them niggas need that lumber. You know, back in the day, lumber where they take it and Or the cop thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You needed that,
Boom.
fam.
But even though sometimes, fam, even I've watched that where the cop is just busting the thing, it's not, or trying to bust the thing, it's just not moving, just not moving.
Honestly, that should be a skit still, like a Vlad skit. Like, yeah, yo, that would be yo. I think that's the next skit we're gonna do, fam. Niggas on Vlad be like, you ever?
You ever been in a B&E? You ever be a part of like whatever? Yeah, nigga, yo, just last week, me and my nigga MK, you know, no, I shouldn't say MK because there's an MK, LK, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just ran up into that nigga's house, bro. You know what I'm saying? That rapping nigga from down south, you know what I'm saying? You know that same rapping nigga that got that hot track. We was the one that ran up in his house. We did it. Yeah, not them other niggas, man. Not them one of them WLK niggas. Nah, fam, it was us.
Yo, honestly, Gutsy, I think that's the skit. Still, let's do that next time we link, fam. We're gonna do the Vlad.
We got to do that and
niggas
the Toronto polygamy skit.
Yeah. Back channel said Beyonce had a condo, bought 2 suites side by side, and made it into a top and bottom.
Pause. That sounds like some gay shit.
Continuing Mount Rushmore talk. This is the mixtape Mount Rushmore, man. Gucci Man, Lil Wayne, Currency, and Future. Get that nigga Currency out of that shit. What the fuck?
Max B.
Yeah.
Are you dumb? No.
Hey.
So hold on. This
Holy
is first off, this is super disrespectful because this should be a South mixtape because you're not gonna have no niggas from New York on there. Not one nigga from New York had a legendary mixtape run.
Dipset.
Fabulous.
So
Like, what are we talking about here? That Jadakiss, Styles P, even the Super Mario days and that, like, what are we talking about? That's crazy that no friggin' New York artist is on here.
Yeah, that's wild.
I would put Max on there though. Max had a crazy mixtape run.
Would you put that on Max or would you put that on Jim Jones though?
I put it on Max. Max does Max B have an actual album?
Yeah, he does. He does have an album.
I didn't know. All I know is all of his shit. Jim Jones. You could put any New York like from that era in here.
That's true. Any one of them.
Any one of them niggas you could put in here that over Currency and even over Future, respectfully. Future's mixtape run was sick, but it wasn't as sick as those guys.
That's a fact. Shout out to Andre BB in the cut, man. He just joined the chat, man. What's up, boy?
Andre knows. Andre, mixtape, come on, cuz. Mixtape eras, fam, you know there is niggas, but a lot of these niggas was his niggas though, because he was a heavy Wayne and Currency fan. That nigga and
Wiz too. OJ Mayo. Yeah. I mean, this is inaccurate if we're talking about
and it's Cushion Orange Juice, buddy.
Cushion Orange Juice, my bad. I wasn't a Wiz fan like that, but
me either.
But yeah, this is inaccurate still. Mixtape run. I wouldn't even put Gucci Man up there for a mixtape run technically. He had a great song run, but a mixtape run?
Nah, he had a sick mixtape run.
Actually, I'll take that back. He did have a really good mixtape run. He had mixtapes like every fucking month. That nigga, man.
Holiday season. It's the big Gucci.
I would say Wheezy up there, but what about like DJ Drama even? Like,
but that doesn't count. Those are DJs. I think so. Those are more DJs. Artists.
Okay.
Because when you're thinking about DJs, I'm thinking the same thing. Like you could do like Cypher Sounds. Like Cypher Sounds had a sick run. Obviously, Drama. K Slay, Superstar J.
I wouldn't even put Superstar J. I'd put DJ Big Mike instead.
Big Mike, Clue,
Lazy K, friggin'. There's so much of them.
Fuck, bro. I even put Rock the House.
Rock the House, yeah.
I even put my nigga Rock the House in there. Rock the House.
Yeah, I'd put DJ Las Vegas in there. Actually, I had a sick mixtape run. That was nuts. Trapaholics. Yes. Trapaholics. Yo. Legendary.
Trapaholics DJs.
Legendary. But yeah, they fucked up that list. Let's do one more. It's similar, Actually, no, never mind. I'm not doing that list. Actually, so fuck
Which
that
one?
list.
Which one?
It was the trap nigga list. That trap nigga list. But I don't see the one that I actually saw with Ti in it. There was one with Ti in it.
What's the Toronto Underground Mount Rushmore? Can we make one?
I could try.
Yeah, try and make one. A Toronto Underground. Who? Let's make one right now, guys. For the I see 10 people in here. Who's in your Toronto Underground Mount Rushmore? Can we figure this out?
This guy said Green Lantern. Shout out Green Lantern. Yeah, man. Toronto Underground Mount Rushmore. I'd put Casper TNG up there.
Press. Do we get a press machine?
Yes, we do get a press machine up there. We get a Bugs up there.
Ooh, and then we need one more. We're gonna hurt feelings. Ooh, this is actually gonna lead into one topic that we're gonna have. That I wanted to have since after the thing you told me yesterday. I'm gonna spoil some shit.
Okay. Hold on, we gotta put females in a different. We're gonna do females after. Actually, we'll do females after. Houdini's a good one. Bully's a good one too. Smoke Dog is a good one. Rest in peace. Like, but should we put people that pass? I don't really claim. I don't want to put past gentlemen or individuals in a Mount Rushmore. To be honest with me, I would have a different Mount Rushmore for them. You know what I mean? I think due to the passing in the year, you can't see the potential. You can obviously guess it, but you can't. You know what I'm saying it's not happening. Like you don't see that. But so far we had Pressa, we had Bugs, Casper TNG.
Yeah. And then you need one more.
Sam G probably for me, anyways. And it'll be personal because I think without Sam G, there wouldn't be a lot of those guys. I'm not talking about the West End niggas though. I'm talking about like more like Bugs and a lot of the East Coast guys.
No, I think Sam G is a perfect fit because I think he still influences people till now. I think you definitely have to put Sam G up in there.
I think so too. Old John Crow says he sucks. I don't think so, man. I don't think he sucks. I think it's just direction. Once he figures that out and gets back to it consistently.
No, I wouldn't say he sucks, but I wasn't a fan of Sam G. I used to tell him I was scared every time I listened to Sam G. That nigga used to scare me.
Nah,
he sounded aggressive.
Nah, there's one song, "Grow Up." Holy fuck, I used to play that all the time, bro. Like, "Grow Up" was like, yeah, clap it. Yeah, I don't know. Fuck that. That one was so sick. So I love that song. Sheffy
Sheffy's my guy, but I wouldn't put him in.
Sheffy hasn't been impactful enough to make a Mount Rushmore. I think if he does what he's doing now in terms of like the news and stuff and pitas, he'll become impactful in a different way. And I would put him in a Mount Rushmore of influencers. Not doing podcasts though, like influencers on social media. A podcast is different. A podcast Mount Rushmore is different, you know? But yeah, me and you are in agreement with that Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, I'm cool with that list.
What about the females?
I'm not doing the female.
Too much?
You want to load me up real quick?
Yeah, you can go ahead. Are you in there? Just present.
Okay. Well, guys, I'll let you guys know something. I'm gonna give you guys some behind the scenes right now. All right. I will be getting yellow taped on one of the latest episodes of We Love Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? I will be getting yellow taped by the boy Hoodlum. Allegedly. I don't know if it's been recorded or filmed, but I know it's in the works. I will be yellow taped. So me and Hoodlum unfollowed me. You know, he unfollowed me off of Instagram. He unfollowed me off of Snap. You know what I'm saying? We had a group chat together with all the Man Dem. Not all the Man Dem, but, you know, the little crew that we have. You're sending, whatever. We just talk, whatever, chop it up. I don't know what happened, but it seemed like, I don't know, I did something. I pissed somebody off. I'm not sure. But then we did this interview with the boy Cat P. You know what I'm saying? I'll run a little bit. It's crazy that it's at this part 2 right here. Hold on. Can I wheel it up a little bit more?
Don't talk about me, bro. You know, we're from the same place. We know what is what and who is who. Who did this and who did that and who didn't. You did a lot of nothing. So don't act now like you're super gangster or you run the whole Vern, or it was not like that.
To be fair, he did say he's not from Vern. He's from Wixon.
Yeah, he did.
Wixon is Malvern, brother. So I don't understand what the hell these guys are talking about. So you have no respect for.
Anyways, go check out the full interview, on our thing. Yes, Hoodlum's he was mad at the Man Dem for this interview, but now allegedly he's just mad at me for this interview that we did with Cappy. You guys can go take in the interview and see if he has any reason to be mad. But give you guys a little bit of behind the scenes, because we don't usually do this. We actually asked Hoodlum if it was even okay for us to interview Cappy. We don't do this with anybody. Hoodlum is our guy. Like, Hoodlum's been to some functions of mine that I wouldn't allow anybody to, not even my own family members. I've allowed Hoodlum to be at functions of mine because he's my guy. We asked him if we could do this interview. Even after the interview was done, I told him, I'm like, yo, bro, the man said some stuff about you, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't the greatest, whatever. Hoodlum said he didn't care. Didn't give a shit. Why you guys bring up my name to this guy anyways? We didn't bring your name up. He kind of brought it up. He had this song to you, you know what I'm saying? We were like, I don't know. So all of a sudden now Hoodlum's vexed. I guess Vegas dropped the clip. I know one of his dogs must have sent him the clip. They watched the interview and like, oh, yo, Gutsy's glazing. I don't know how I'm glazing. You guys can watch the interview. Tell me if I'm glazing. But just know that a reply will be given, or a yellow tape will be given to me. He's going to diss me allegedly soon. And yeah, this is my only reply to it. It's just like, Vegas says, depending on how the yellow tape, I might have to reply again, but I really am not going to reply. I don't care what he says. If he says, there's only one thing I feel like he could say, which I feel like he might say, and I would be like, fam, really? But other than that, like, I'm not going to put out anything else or anything like that. Shout out Hoodlum regardless. You should be going on We Love Hip Hop to promote a song, not yellow tape me. But shout out the guy Hoodlum. Put out the song with Calico. Put out the song with Calico.
It's dropping soon.
Put out that song, and if you want to see glazing, I'll glaze over that song too. The song is fire, but like, you know what I'm saying? The song with BBX too, it's alright. Like, you know what I'm saying? Cappy has a fire tune. I like Cappy. I'm sorry, bro. I like the man's tune. If I'm glazing, I'm glazing. But hey. But yeah, just be looking for a yellow tape from Hoodlum coming soon towards Gutsy.
You know what's funny? It's funny that, like, Friday would allow that. Because if it was us having someone else talk bad about his platform, I'm pretty sure there'll be back channel talk as to why we did that.
But I don't think he's going up there with the intent of I'm going to Yellowtail. Like, I don't know.
Yes, he's going up there with that intent.
No. But did he make that clear to Friday?
Yes, I'm pretty sure. Okay. I'm pretty sure. You know that guy. Yo, I'm going there to Yellowtail. Got you know that, right? You know he's getting that. And then,
well, then people are gonna say that Friday doesn't take shots at me and I'm being bitter, right? I'm the bitter one.
Oh, John Crow, let us know what's up, because I know you watch that shit, so you keep us informed. You know what I'm saying? Our little spy on the other side.
But yeah, shout out Hoodlum.
Shout out H. I was with him last night still. I was with him last night. He already told me it's already done. It's already recorded, so we're just waiting for it to drop. Oh, it's recorded already? Yeah. It's already recorded. Oh. We're just waiting for it to drop. And it's going to be an interesting Easter. It's gonna be an interesting Easter.
Hey man, send the attention my way. I'll do a video with Gutsy responds back, and I'll say nothing about it. I'm like, yo, video Gutsy responds to this and then a third, and we're not talking about none of them. We're not even bringing them up the whole video.
Yeah, we'll just watch it.
I said what I said, man. If you're mad at an interview, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I've allowed Hoodlum on our platform, and he's taking shots at people.
Exactly, and I think that's the unfairness of the whole thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't do that. Like, we allowed you to speak. Someone comes here, they speak. That's all it is, man. They're coming to speak their piece. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you want us to do, bro? We have to do our jobs. He has to understand that. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna go over there and speak his piece. Well, I told him, fam, go do your tuggy. Like, I don't care. Like, you can go ahead. All this shit is not real to me. Like, you know,
don't respond to me. Why you yellow taping me? I didn't say nothing bad about you.
And like I just told him, I said, yo, you know, I have to respond back if you talk bad about my co-host.
No, you don't have. You don't have to. You don't have
He's like, I expect you to do that, Vegas. I expect you to do that. I'm like, okay, man. No. It's all love, though, baby. It's all love, man.
I want him to diss me in a song, though.
In a song?
I would rather him diss me in a song. Why are you going on a platform? Diss me in a song, nigga. Like, diss me, bro. Icy diss me in a song. You do the same thing. And two, you jump on the live with Icy and he was dissing you and me. So
hey, man. I don't know what to call it, bro.
Man, this industry is funny.
It's fun. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, man.
It is funny.
It's crazy.
I don't have anything else to say about that, though. I do think he's gonna say what I think he's gonna say.
You think so?
Yeah, I think there's only one thing. And
I know.
I know that's what it is.
I don't think he'll do it.
I think he'll do it.
I would be very disappointed.
He'll do it because that's the only low blow he has on me.
I'd be very disappointed.
That's the only thing that he could say that would be like, just like you said, he wants me to respond. So if he says that, it's gonna make me respond to him, but I'm not gonna do it. It's just gonna show true colors because for you to, if you're doing that, knowing the relationship we had, all you have to do, I had a conversation with you. All you have to do is have the same conversation with me. But now you're going on the internet and like doing stuff. It's just like,
yeah.
When we sent him the interview, he could have just took the interview and been like, "Hey, look at the interview. I don't like it," and we could have just shut down the interview. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. But like I said, let's hope he doesn't go there. That's all.
He's going to. How much do you want to put money on it?
No, I'm not putting money on it still. I'm not putting money on it, but I hope he doesn't go there.
He's going there. Oh no, he's going there though.
Whatever.
He's going there.
It is what it is, man.
What next, man? What's next off of this?
It all depends if you want to go. What the hell? Why did you put Cardi and Ari there? What is that about?
Oh, Cardi and Ari are beefing. You didn't hear?
About what?
About Offset. Who else?
Ari Fletcher's with Offset?
Allegedly, they smashed when Cardi and Offset were together.
Oh my god!
Yes,
What's wrong with that girl?
Who? Cardi or Offset?
Fucking.
Sorry, Cardi or Ari.
Well, I mean, bitches don't give a shit. They're gonna do what they want to do.
So I have it here. It's on. It was 22 hours ago on Pop Flop Twitter account. It says it says that Cardi B allegedly claims in text messages shared by blogger One Goat Alexis that Ari the Don slept with Offset while they were together. Wow. Interesting. Offset's getting around, fam. You gotta play that song with Tupac with Offset. I get around, round and round.
You think that song would blend well with Shorty Swing My Way?
Maybe you gotta try. You're the DJ.
I should try. I should try. I was thinking about blends I can do. Maybe we should drop some blends.
It's gotta be Toronto though.
You want to do Toronto blends? Yeah, that would be
We're
yeah.
from the city. We have to, you know, they expect us to promote the city.
So blending some new songs with some old songs, huh?
Oh yeah, or Toronto, maybe some old Toronto songs with newer beats, and the same thing, newer Toronto songs with older beats. Who knows? Or just blends in general. Just try blend the thing. Who knows? I mean, I know. But I guess one go to Lexus. Okay, so I guess one go to Lexus. I don't know. She posted this to Ari, but Ari posted something saying, "Coming to a woman as a woman, or telling a woman to her man, gotta be top two corniest, most miserable bitches alive." And then I guess one go to Lexus responded by that saying, "I kept it P. I ain't tell the world she was talking about Cardi. I ain't tell the world how she called bag trying to tell on Ari because of Offset."
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't seen, this is what he's talking about.
And then in the other message, I guess this was Ari messaging maybe one go to Lexus saying, "Why you saying that I fuck Offset this weekend? Like, bitch, I don't give a fuck who you support. Lying on my pussy is crazy. And he have not fucked me. Neither y'all truly gotta leave me the fuck alone. We both move on. Tell him to tell you how he was fucking Ari while we was together." But yeah, oh, I guess this is Cardi B telling her that. Tell you how he was fucking Ari while we was together, but yet I'm wrong for moving on, huh? Leave me the fuck alone. He said he smashed you when he was in Atlanta. So I guess that's Cardi B telling one go to Lexus that Offset is smashing. Listen, I don't give a fuck who's smashing who, to tell you the truth. I just thought that the story was kind of funny that Cardi B is doing everything but dropping music right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? I really don't give a fuck who Offset fucks personally. I don't give a fuck who he sticks his dick in. He's allowed to do whatever he wants as a man. He has to deal with the consequences as a man. The women, they can fuck whoever the hell they want to fuck. They're women. You know what I'm saying? It's their body, their mind, whatever, their choice. But you don't give a fuck. Cardi B is out here every day complaining she's on spaces doing this. Bitch, you haven't dropped the album in almost a decade. That is you've only dropped one album. You keep talking about your second album like it's going to be better than your first album. Hell fucking no. People have waited a decade. You are not Michael Jackson. You are not fucking, you're not Drake. You're not Kendrick. Like, no, you are not that booming anymore, bro. People do not care that much for a Cardi B album. I am telling you, you are doing everything but dropping music. Get the fuck offline. I know that's what you came in as a socialite. You weren't ever like a true artist like that, but they turned you into one. But yo, bro, what we're going? This year is 9 years, no?
I just about, bro, just about. I'm just tired of. I'm just tired. You know what? I don't think she's dropping an album at this point. I don't think she's dropping a fucking album. I think she's done. I don't think the label's backing her. I don't think no, it's 2018, so just a little. 2018 was when she dropped her album, dropped her first single 2017. So about 8 years. I think 5, 6, 7, yeah, 8 years. She hasn't dropped
7, 8 years, yeah, 7, 8 years.
since the single, since Bodak Yellow, June 16th, 2017, right?
June 16th is when Bodak Yellow came out.
Yeah.
2016
2017.
or 2017. Jeez.
Yeah. So fuck, one album in. I think she's beyond the album now. I think her brand. They pushed her brand to the top maximum that it could ever be. And fuck, she doesn't. I don't think she needs to do it. I think she's good.
She's not Rihanna though.
No, I don't even think Rihanna's dropping. I think Rihanna's good too. I think Rihanna's blessed. She's having another baby. The only thing with Rihanna, when the time Rihanna goes back and does an album, is the time that her and A$AP Rocky break up, and they'll both do albums, and those will be the best albums they have ever dropped. Why? Because of the long, like the length that they've dropped. Like, well, ASAP drops pretty frequently, but Rihanna for sure, that is gonna go fucking double diamond. Because it's gonna be filled with a lot of pain and a lot of real life, and it's gonna be fueled by her children, and people are gonna eat that shit up, whether it's her fault or not. That album is gonna go fucking haywire.
Yeah, but I don't think Rihanna's dropping either.
Nah, she's good. I think she's good, man. And hey, I think I like it like this. I don't want to hear new music from Rihanna. Like new music, like right now. No, I think I'm good.
Not
off
after that Black Panther shit. I'm cool off Rihanna, but Cardi B needs to drop something. One album, and I don't care how big your brand is. The music made your brand that big. So prove that you're not just a one album wonder.
But I think she is, and I think the label knows that. So I think they're trying to protect her brand as best as possible. You know what I mean? Like, I really think they're just trying so hard to like not fuck up any kind of bag that she may be in, or any kind of fucking.
Well, they need to tell her to get off the fucking socials and stop going back and forth with these people in Offset. Like, you keep saying that you don't care about the nigga, but every time you're online, you're complaining about the nigga.
That's what girls do, bro. That's what girls do. A story before we move on to our topics. Katy Perry, Gayle King, Lauren Sanchez, and a few other women go to space for 2 seconds and come back.
Shit is so cap.
Do they even go to space? Apparently, they just went to like, I don't know, the tip of space, and then came right back down. It was like, I don't know, like a fucking 2 hour mission. But it wasn't, yeah, but like, this is them when they come off. I want you guys to pay attention to Gayle King's face. Look at this bitch. She was tired. She looked like she was scared. Like, everybody was like so happy and excited. We gotta pull that up, man. Look at this bitch.
Here we go. Loading into the capsule.
And the significance here of the bell, and I should note before
Even the cowbell was weak.
that each crew names themselves. They have named themselves these 6 taking up space as each one is ringing a bell. And the significance of that is what, Ariane?
This is one of our traditions. All astronauts throughout history in various programs have had their traditions. For us, we always want our astronauts to ring the bell.
Yeah. This bitch kissed the earth when she touched it. God bless.
I just have to have a moment with the ground. Let me just appreciate the ground for just a second.
Space must be scary then for these guys to be acting like this.
My nigga, space must be scary. They didn't go to no fucking space, bro. They went in a fucking airplane. If that, fam, come on, bro. Come the fuck on. How long did they practice for this shit?
I don't know, probably a lot. Like I said, I think it's a cap story still.
Fam, they went into space for 11 minutes. Why?
Yeah.
Just to promote Katy Perry's fucking new fucking project.
Is that really why?
Fam, she promoted the fucking track listing of her project.
In space for 11 minutes.
Allegedly in space.
It's AI.
A lie?
They went to the hyperbolic chamber. You know you can change all that shit up right in there.
Fam, they didn't go no space. They had a green screen. They're in like some room with the gravity where they could play with the gravity and shit, and that's it, bro.
Right?
Like, come on, bro. I'm not dumb.
That's crazy.
They did not go to space, bro.
Question.
So you believe? Hold on. So you really believe that they did go though?
No, they never went to space, man. I don't think so. Not for 10 minutes. That didn't make no sense. What space? Did they go to?
But what was even the purpose behind it?
Nobody. I couldn't tell you, bro. Okay, so let me read the article. History is being made right now as the first Blue Origin all-female space flight took off and successfully completed its mission. Katy Perry, Gayle King, Lauren Sanchez led the charge for women across the globe, proving once again that black girl magic.
So hold on, really quick. So what were the other 2 white guys? There's white guys in there. What were those guys for?
I know exactly. They're obviously flying the fucking plane. Blue Origin's launch went down at Launch Site 1, a private ranch in rural Texas, more than 140 miles east of El Paso. This all sounds like alien stuff, like El Paso, New Mexico, or West Texas. What makes this extra exciting is that there were no pilots or government astronauts on board. That's right. The rocket is flying itself. Oprah Winfrey could be seen getting emotional as she watched her best friend head to space. Other friends and celebrities were whatever.
That's cap. It's not her best friend.
You know what? I wanted to get into that real quick. Is Gayle King Gayle King without Oprah?
Obviously not.
And I don't know her background. I don't know her doctorates. But can Gayle King actually be Gayle King without Oprah's influence?
I don't know either, but I doubt it.
We gotta figure out this girl, man. Because
Why do we have to figure out?
There's no, because every time we think of Gayle King, we think Oprah.
That's
for a
fine.
long time now.
Every time you think of Memphis Bleak, who do you think of?
Jay-Z.
Every time you think of Tony Ayo, who do you think of?
50 Cent.
Every time you think of Fat Joe, who do you think of?
Big Pun.
You know what I'm saying? There's some people are just connected to some people. Like, that's just life.
Every time you think of Gutsy, you think of
Friday.
Yeah. I mean, that's funny as shit. But yeah, no, you're right. It's always the 1-2 AB thing. Yeah, these bitches is crazy. They never went to no fucking space, man.
They didn't go to space.
On a serious note,
yo, John Crow, they're definitely more than just friends, bro. They be scissoring.
You think so?
Hell yes. No black girls are friends for that long. You show me 2 black girls that are friends for that long, that never kick off. Just one. Show me 1-2 black girl couples that have just been friends for like 50 years. Fuck it. Show me 2 black girls that have been friends for like 10 years.
Song for song, LL, he's in Mount Olympus. Song for song, according to Daweed.
Then who?
Obviously, Jigga.
He's talking about Memphis Bleak, right? He's talking about Memphis Bleak.
He's talking about Jay-Z, song for song.
Song for fam, LL, I'm not gonna lie, probably only because LL has them love songs. Touch it, why don't you? Touch it, why don't you? Touch it, why don't? I thought they were gonna end with that song, you know. On the episode when he's in the pilot plane and he's going off and then do 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 do. If you want it, baby, I'm fire. Then he flies off. You know what I'm talking about? Paradise. Paradise. Right. I thought they were gonna. I thought that was gonna show. He didn't beat the race.
Yeah.
This man said. The man said he was. The man's looking worse than his case. Not anymore. Not anymore. His case is looking worse.
TK sentenced to 80 years in prison for a 2017 murder, already serving 55 years for the 2016 murder. So, rapper TK, or TK47, who is currently serving a 55-year sentence for a 2016 murder, has been sentenced.
States that we
to 80
unanimously
years
find that the
prison.
defendant, Tamar McIntyre, did not cause the death
Hold
of
on.
Anthony
This is
Saldivar.
Mashup. Did you hear this?
What this?
Like, did you hear like what happened? Okay, like they say a verdict. Or just watch. I think this is this part, but watch what happened.
Under the immediate influence of sudden passion arising from adequate cause. It states that punishment to be assessed at 80 years in the prison, and there is no fine. Does anyone wish to have the jury poll?
Not for mistake, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. McIntyre, the jury found you guilty of murder.
Oh, this is not it. I don't think.
Your punishment is to be assessed at 80 years in the prison. The court will give you credit for any time served. There's a $0 fine. And with regard to the other
$0
offense,
Like, bitch, $0 fine. A fine for what? When do they ever have fines for murder, bro? The states is
because
different.
no, it's not that. It's the other crimes that I think there is like a crime of something like probably got stolen or something, right?
Oh, okay.
Maybe like he took, because I think this is the one with the thing. So they didn't show it, but there's a part where they say, "Yo, he's not guilty of capital murder." And then like everybody in the fucking the courtroom goes wild, right? And so the lady goes, "Yo, everybody out." And you know
Oh,
what I'm saying? Everybody
really?
out. Like, nah, I told you guys be quiet. This and that and the third. And then she goes, "You're guilty of murder." So I
Oh,
think
no
that was
way.
the thing, the hearing or whatever. And now this is the sentencing, right? So they
Okay.
give you your fucking the charges if you're being convicted, whatever, and then you get
Mm-hmm.
sentenced to how long. So I think it was the one before that, but whatever. This is the sentencing, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So so he got 54 years before, right?
55.
55 and then a plus another 80.
Mm-hmm.
Broski, the man's gonna come out in like 2005 or some shit.
Or like
Or
21 something.
yeah.
This guy's doing 100 years in jail, fam. You gotta, I don't know, bro. How do you live like this? What do you do? What do you do? What do you do with 100 years in jail? How do you live like that? How do you live that life? Like, are you fighting for appeals? Are you gonna be a criminal? Are you gonna be a lawyer? Like, what's the next phase after doing 100 years? Are
What
you gonna go
appeal
body
what
niggas?
appeal do you fight for? Like, fam, you have people showing that you were unfortunately a menace to society. I think the only thing that he could do in a situation like this is get fixed, one, because God only knows if he's getting help inside jail or if he's still terrorizing the place, because we have heard or seen it 1 2 times where he was like, yo, this and that and a third, and he was like turning up. I think he got like a 1 2 jail fucking charges. I think the young man needs help, fam. The nigga was only like 16, 17 when he did this shit.
Yeah, it's
He was a
very young.
fucking baby, fam. Then you're doing a song talking about making the race. Like, I wanted to put something in the fucking post when we posted it that said, "Yo, I hope this is a lesson for some of you young guys." But I don't think some of these young guys even care. Like, this should be a lesson to you guys. Like, yo, fam, stop rapping about crimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that, especially if you're doing it. Don't rap about it. Like, yes, the music video and the song was like the least of the problem, because clearly the nigga needed help. The sister talked about him being abused from his dad and just being ignored young. Like, there's issues in the community that we don't talk about, especially as men, and these guys just go ton up the place.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bigger story, but like we won't talk about it. And my boy's even talking about the S word. Like, that's another problem too. Like, he might do that, fam. Is this Imagine you're a young you, your brain is not fully developed, you're already killing people like it's
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
We know of 2 bodies. God only know if he has more.
Yeah, exactly. We only know of two. Exactly. Exactly. Like, who knows how his mentality is now? Like, he could be reformed to the point. Well, I mean, he could be reformed at this point, right? Reformed to the point to say, well, fuck, man, like, I did do that. And maybe he writes a couple sorry notes. You know what I'm saying? Like, who knows? Who
But
knows?
bro, he could be, but we're talking about it like we don't know, and like we've never seen people like this before. We know a niggas like him is not reformed yet, fam. He If he's saying anything or doing anything, it's because he wants his freedom, which, you know what I'm saying, I could totally fucking understand. Like, I feel like the jails are the way it's set up, but like he can't be reformed. He's around a bunch of other niggas, criminals that are not really trying to reform. You're around a system of people that are not really trying to reform you. The CEOs are not really trying to reform you. They're just trying to run the thing, make money, and do their thing. So I think we're gonna like. It's just sad that we're seeing another black youth, or just a youth in general. Fuck him being black. Like, we're just seeing another youth in general going through this. It's fucked up. Like, a lot of these kids are getting abused and traumatized, and they're not speaking about their trauma, fam. So they're gonna go traumatize and abuse other people, and that's the biggest problem. That there's no, like, not really like, obviously we need to deal with, like, it keeps going back because the people that are doing these traumas, whatever, you can blame them too, but like when a person gets traumatized or abused or anything like that, where do they get help? Like, who do they talk to? Like, you can't just, like, you know what I'm saying? It's not that easy because they don't want to talk to anybody. How do they deal with these things? I think that's the biggest issue, and these are
Yeah.
obviously conversations that people don't want to have, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, man. I hope take his family. I hope this situation could just show other people, like, yeah, one, don't be rapping about your crimes, and I hope you guys are just in your youth's life, bro. Like, in just, I don't know, these youths are, they're dangerous. It's just scary, bro. Just be in your kid's life if you can.
Yeah. Yeah. 100 years is crazy, bro. Y'all niggas need to relax, G. It's
Yeah,
not
so
that serious,
it should
bro.
never it should never be that serious.
It's not, yeah.
Like, if did you hear the story of him like shooting the cameraman from?
No.
Fam, the man shot the cameraman because the cameraman, like, they tried to rob the cameraman, bro, and the man didn't want to get off the car. His short fam, the man's girl that was in the car, pretty much told on him. She was getting charged.
Wow.
She was getting charged too. You helped, fam.
Mm.
So she was just like, "What, fam? Nah, I'm not taking this L, bro. Like, I'm just told that, yo, we were driving off. The man, Take said, yo, drive off. The man was on the hood of the car. I think they were gun butting him and stuff, and they were beating him up after they took the gun. And the man jumped on the hood of the car and tried to, like, tried to hold on as they were driving off. The man,
Mm-hmm.
she wasn't getting the man off the car, so the man came out and just boom boom,
Boomed him.
yeah, one time, just off that. So, like, look, his mind is mashed up. This is, I don't know if this is even before or after you already have a body, so you're already on the run and you're robbing a cameraman. Allegedly, I don't know if that's again. I don't know if this is, who knows. Maybe he was, I don't know. Maybe this is the reason why he did the race thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he shot this guy, took the man's camera and stuff, and did the video.
Jesus
I don't
Christ.
fucking know.
Yeah, anything that could have happened. Like, and I don't want to condone this, but does people, or especially people in this city, do they consider him a legend now that he's doing so much years? Do you think that's his story? Do you think that's his I guess his acclamation, or whatever the fuck you want to call it? Like, you put it on his gravestone, realest nigga alive for doing 100 years. Is that what they're saying about this nigga in the city?
I don't know. 12 hours ago, a man said at least TK left us with this all timer track.
We gotta stop that. This is not cool.
A man said TK really ruined his life over $10 and a high five from this dude. Man said TK caught a body for over $10 and sneakers. Now he gonna die in prison. What a stupid N-word. Man said TK is getting out in 135 plus years.
I mean, fuck, man. Is there any chance for bail? Like, there's no.
Hold on. Somebody said, imagine raising your kid for 18 plus years just for that N-word to be running a free TK page.
Dude must have still been paying for that camera monthly, which is why he jumped on the hood of the car for it. I am paid with his life. Listen, I'm not jumping on no car hood for no camera, son.
Yeah, you can take it.
You take that shit, bro. I'm not losing my life for this. That's crazy.
I'm saying.
This nigga is brave, bro.
Don't be like Macadelic. That TK news so depressing. Like, damn, one of my favorite songs ever made by the dumbest nigga in the world. You know what's crazy? He rejected a plea deal offered by the state, and now he's taking his second murder case, which he then failed to do.
So, how much was his plea deal?
I'm not sure. Let's hear.
It probably would have been 24 years. I would have took that 20 years of life. Knowing I did it, I'm taking it.
Right, today's the plea deadline date. So is the plea being rejected, Your Honor? All right, so we'll need a jury trial date. I'm going to recall this. We're going to recall this for March 11th. And at that time, you will be given your jury trial date. Okay. That'll work, Your Honor. All right, so if you all can make sure you confer off docket to see what's a good date that works for everybody's schedule.
Fam, if he knew that, fam, did he know that all these people were gonna rat on him, fam? There's no way he knew that his girl was gonna rat on him, and he fucking denied the thing.
I was just going through Hollywood Unlocked slides, and his sister went up there to say that he was child abuse.
He was abused, yeah. To just speak about his history of, but like that's not gonna change anything though, bro. Like he regardless of the abuse, he didn't get his life taken. So now you can't blame that abuse for taking somebody's life, bro. Yes, he was traumatized. Yes, he was abused, but that doesn't give it any right for him to take somebody's life.
Yeah.
Over $10, bro. Like that, what other people are saying is crazy.
Hold on, Gutsy. I think I have your clip here.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is it.
All right, if the defendant could please stand. We, the jury, find the defendant, Tamar McIntyre, not guilty of the offense of capital murder. Excuse me, no. No, out of the courtroom. Out of the courtroom now.
Gotta cut.
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you don't ignore that. Sometimes, as you can tell, people are invested, correct?
Is that it?
There's more. There's more.
Yeah, run the rest.
So it says, we the jury find the defendant, Tamar McIntyre, not guilty of the offense of capital murder as charged in the indictment. We the jury find the defendant, Tamar McIntyre, guilty of the lesser included offense of murder. Does anyone wish to have the jury polled?
Not the state, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and do you want them polled as to both counts?
As to the count of conviction, Your Honor.
All right, you may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you if on count
not being on capital murder. You know what capital murder is, right?
Death sentence?
Yeah, fam.
Oh, okay.
That's why the person outburst was just like, okay, at least they're gonna keep this nigga alive. You gotta die. You just have to die in jail though. And that's the thing about rehabilitation that I don't believe in. Like, how can a jail, if you're telling a man that he has to spend the rest of his life in jail, how is he gonna rehabilitate? He's not.
It's not. So that's what I'm saying. It's not jail anymore. Like, there should be a different name for it. Like, jail should be for rehabilitation.
But who do you rehabilitate? And who, like, that's the thing. They're not trying to rehabilitate anybody. They're just trying to stick everybody in there, and you live in your own world. You just bring that world into the jail so they can control. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the problem. Jails need to have a rehabilitation segment for all inmates. Yeah, they need to have programs. They need to have churches, more outreach, more religion outreach, more. And if you're not religious, somebody like more therapists, more people that you can see. It might cost more money, but it would land a lot less people in jail reoffending. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, though, like, they take jail here for business. They take it as the more bodies in the bin, the more money they make. That's why the jail is like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's why they want more people in jail, especially people of color. People, you know what I'm saying? Like, they need bodies or they don't make money. So they don't care about fucking this kid
Rehabilitation,
going
yeah.
in jail and learning and all that shit. I mean, it, like I said, like it was there. When I went to Penitang, the option to go to school was there. I went to fucking school. You could go to work, you go to school, whatever. But it's there. But still, like there should be more on the level of what's gonna happen for you now that you're here. What is your steps going forward in life? Is this something that you want forever?
But again, here's the problem. A lot of these guys don't have structure, and you're giving these guys the option to have structure or not. I think that's the problem. So you kind of have to force these things on. If you don't do these things, you can't get released. If you don't go to these programs, you can't get released. If you don't move a certain way, you can't get released. That's rehabilitating. You have to do these things to change. Get stable. Do things. If you're just giving people the option and telling them, okay, well, I don't have to go. Just like you said, you know what I'm saying? There's these things, but you didn't have to do them.
No,
You
I
just go
could
sit in
have.
your fucking cell all day.
I could have stayed on range and watch fucking
TV,
A&E.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I could have.
So there's no actual rehabilitating. So when they actually you have to, because if you're forcing somebody to go in jail, then force them to change. That should be the thing.
Old John Crow saying they already do that.
They already do what?
Yeah, Old John Crow, what do they already do? They have the programs that force them to change.
They don't force nothing.
Robinson, shout out to Robinson in the cut. Prison is the structure discipline faced while under education. Lethal education is a viable practice of mature discipline. Prison is the structure discipline faced while under education. Prison is the... Bro, I don't understand what this means. To be honest with you, I can't get it.
You speak in bars. We might have to send you. Can we send you the link? Can you pop in and talk to us? You don't even have to show your face, but you need to actually explain that to us because you speaking way too high for me.
Yeah, I
because I kind of understand, but I don't want to take it the wrong way. I'm understanding it as a sense where like it's a structure for discipline and stuff under education. Lethal education is viable, a practice of mature discipline. And yes, I understand the matureness about it, but a lot of these people that are in there are not mature. So you're sending somebody that's already not mature around other individuals that are already not mature. They're old, you know what I'm saying? They might look, you know what I'm saying? People are very gullible and they look to things. So if they see a nigga that's going to jail and he lies to them about, having this amount of money and this, and he said you can send them the link.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it right now. Do you have an Instagram?
I just sent it to him in the thing, fam.
Okay.
So I'm gonna send it to him right in the comments. You want to jump in?
There's a link right there. Anybody that wants to join in can follow.
Yeah, if you're here to join in.
This is usually only for members.
Make sure you keep your hand close to that remove just in case somebody does anything crazy.
Remember the last time? Last time we made an open invitation, we saw peace. We saw peace swinging like nigga. This nigga's dangalang was swinging. I'm like, dog. That was a funny shit. We're not doing this open invitation shit ever again, bro. This nigga.
I don't think it's very strict in Canada, bro. I've been in the system, fam. They don't respect, bro. We appreciate you for the subscribe. I don't think that they push that heavy in Canada. As a man that's been in the system, I've seen it firsthand. I haven't been in the system like that though. I shouldn't say that. I've been there one time. It was for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? It was really my choice to do whatever the fuck I wanted to do. I could wake up and sit. Fam, there's days where I did not come out. I came out of myself to shower.
Mm-hmm.
No, there was one day I didn't come out of myself. I'm not gonna lie. There was one day I was a dirty you. I didn't come out of myself at all. I stayed in myself for the whole. I was in Maplehurst and I didn't come on range. Nothing. Like mentally, I broke.
But the question, Old John Crow, is did they force you to do these programs? That is the question here.
Yes, the programs are there, but they're not forcing you to do them. So imagine if you're a young you. Like you're 18. Like let's be real. A lot of these 18-year-olds are not mature, bro. A lot of these 25-year-olds are not mature, bro. Let's be real. Like mature doesn't mean your age.
So I guess Old John Crow saying they do force you.
No, they don't.
Well, I don't know. You went to the pen. I went to Penitang. So...
I went to Maplehurst for what? I was in Maplehurst for a month, whatever. They don't make you do anything other than go outside, read books. When I went to the pen, there's more options, but you have to like go out and do these options.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to do anything. You can sit down there, and now if you want to get on like parole and everything, that's different, but you don't have to do anything. Shout out that guy Robinson in the cut, man.
What's going on, Robinson?
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know. I think he's probably getting ready to get himself fixed up. Whenever you're ready, just holler at us. But yeah, I don't the pen. There's definitely more options, but they don't tell you have to do these things to get out, bro. Once your date is there, what are they gonna tell you? You can't leave because you didn't go to school. Your release date is there. I'm leaving. I'm up and leaving.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go for like, it's different if you want to fight for like parole and do like day parole or full parole and different stuff like that. That's a little bit different. Then you have to show them that, hey, I was working, I was going to school, I was doing certain stuff. I wasn't just sitting around all day. But even so, when your release date comes, they're not going to tell you, oh well, or during that time they don't force you to do anything.
Yeah, because like I said, even when I went to Penitang, it was just you can go to work or you can go to school. Like they have two different ranges for that. You know what I'm saying? So the people that go to work have their range. People go to school have their range. You go to school. I went to do grade 12 computer engineering, and fuck, it was actually blessed. I'm not even gonna lie. I went to school. It was good. So
John Crow, believe me, I did not get lucky, bro. I did not get lucky. If I was lucky, I wouldn't even been there. My luck was not on my side. But then again, I knew I wasn't supposed to be in there, or maybe I was supposed to be in there to talk to a few people, encourage some people, because I see a lot of people that I was in there with, and I see what they're doing now. From my words of wisdom, they're doing their thing. But yeah, there's no forcing. They don't force you to do anything. To me, if they force you to change, I feel like that crops out their system, and then niggas are not in there. And that's the going back to the biggest thing of the jails. They want niggas in jail, bro. Don't get it twisted. Like they're not sitting down there like trying to change these niggas. They're encouraging these niggas. They are just watching them so they can have more information to tell these niggas, yo, in Toronto or in Hamilton or wherever these gangs are, hey, these guys are chilling with these guys, or these guys have problem with these guys. That's all it is, bro. Do not get it twisted. They're not trying to change these niggas in there. Hell no.
yeah, that's a fact, man. It sucks.
But yeah, I guess I'm not even saying hold your head to TK. I just want people to learn from this experience, because TK was a demon. I hope he gets help. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I really hope he gets help, because boy, that situation is not good.
Yeah, it's sucky. It's sucky.
We've been on here for 2 hours, guys. Do we have any other stories? Orlando beat Atlanta in a blowout last night, and Golden
Hold on.
State.
Say that again. Say that again.
Orlando beat Atlanta in a blowout last night for the
Okay.
NBA, and Golden State beat Memphis, and my boy got injured.
Who got injured?
John Morant.
Oh no, that sucks for Memphis. What's going on, Robinson? You're back.
You here
Yeah,
now?
I'm here. Can you brothers hear me?
Yes, we
Yes, we
can.
can. Yes, we can.
Man, I peace to y'all brothers, brother Vegas and brother Gutsy.
Yes.
Yes.
Damn, my connection is messing up.
Yeah, we can hear you though.
What up? Okay, for sure. Just to explain to me what the question is again, real quick.
So
we were asking.
So you made a comment here that said, "Prison is the structure, discipline faced while under education. Lethal education is a viable practice of mature discipline." I don't understand what that means. Which I guess you can just explain it into a way where I would understand it. I'm not that dumb, but that is way too complex.
I am. That it kind of went over my head.
Nah, not to make anyone feel any lack or any less reason. Quick question: how many of us graduated high school?
I did not.
I have.
50-50. That's a good.
Second question: How many of us have worked at the same employer for longer than 4 years?
Oof, that's a good one. I have.
I have.
Yes, I have.
You there?
So my fault. My connection is really bad. I might have to. Yeah, my connection is really bad. Let me relog, because these are perfect questions about what education is programmed to do for you. All
You
right,
sound
we're all
good
going to
right
come
now.
from different walks.
Sorry to
Thank
cut
you,
you. You sound
thank you.
good
I'm
right
gonna
now,
try to
so
keep
keep
it under
going.
control.
Yeah.
For sure. So education structure is what you're really supposed to be having at home. A lot of us don't have fathers in the home. That was going to be another question, which will probably be the overall statement of where we're basing our maturity statuses. So when we're raised without fathers and we're coming into a program that's going to make us all have to sit down and do the same disciplinary action, some of us are going to fall off, some of us are going to excel. This is done through so many different things. It's not just your fault alone, but the options that you have are tempting. This is a bank. It's called program. It was used as the Freeman Act here in America, same in Africa or wherever you're from. They confiscated your land and repossessed it by renaming it and renaming all of us under said Factors LLCs, being the church that you're from, whether it be Spain or Catholic, Islam, Christian, whatever it is, the lands become those names of that church. So, this is a long story. Education is what you get when you don't want to sit down in the classroom and listen to them kind of tell you you're going to have to denounce your histories to accept this contract of so-called freedom. So this contract, your Freeman Act, that you will not be able to be native, no longer perform in your native languages. You won't be able to claim your any type of Negroes from anywhere. So just get that out the way. You won't be native. But this is part of the convict leasing program where you're placed into either education or employment or status of some form of institution where it's going to bank back to the central bank, which you got paid. They paid, the state pays for you to be in the facility. So you get food, right? You put under structure that if you would have just sat down in class, got your graduation, did your diploma, did that little 4 years, you wouldn't have been in the streets racing around chasing the other things.
Oh damn, we lost him. I
From
gotta go
chase
for
of a soldier.
Yo, you there?
Into training to get that focus of that aggression, that you're adrenaline rushing and you wanted to go so fast, so fast, so fast. The only way to kind of do that is with combat or first response. And these fight and flight issues we've placed ourselves in without having mature structure is what finds us involved with what side of banking we're going to, predominantly be in. Percentage rate of us lacking discipline to sit down for 4 years. Just 4 years while we're younger. But those classes that kind of take the time each day, they're different each day, but just to sit down through them and to get through it was hard with all those temptations on the street. Once we left the front yard, once we left the house, mom and pops were no longer in charge. So you had to have that structure walking with you, coming into these facilities with people who didn't have mental health and were all undiagnosed with mental health issues, um, without having the discipline to kind of understand how we learn pertain personally. Some are visual, some need hands-on, some can read it in a book, but the school doesn't do that for everybody. Public school does not just single you out on your style of learning. It is a place where everybody's going to program to read and just repeat the words back. And that's part of just sitting down long enough to get that diploma, which kind of classifies you for um, certification. Now we're getting into skilled trade now. After school, we need skilled trade workers. These are people who can sit down again in class, not just work on this drill right here. We got to really put this building together. It's got to be measured right. It's got to be done verbatim compliance with all these different standards that we're doing mathematically. But to sit in these classes was what we were getting from that, educational program. If you do not go, there's a place called detention. We have them at school. That's for the kids who are getting programmed to break the laws. Because the school is the same way set up. If you don't do what they say, you're considered a target.
Mm.
If you don't do what the people at school tell you to do, not just the teachers, the kids too, you're considered a target. They know to plant these kind of issues in there and create kind of unrest with different issues, gangs, drugs, and then throw, of course, the toxic woman who, again, doesn't have the father in the house. These are fathers like mental health issues from being under captivity, long education in this. When you get to jail is when I get to actually talk to you. Because if you're not in there, if you can't sit down, you're going to be running the streets to getting into something. And I can't talk to you and get you educated until you sit down. And normally that's when you're in jail. You want to turn to the Bible. You want to turn to a skilled trade.
So really quick before we let you go, yes or no, you do feel like jail does rehabilitate people?
I feel the streets are the best lesson. There's nothing like hands-on from the streets that will teach you how to actually measure. Definitely getting punched in the face. Disrespecting men on respectful manner is a large issue in this world, and I believe jail kind of keeps you a strict code of that. But having a skilled trade is where that rehabilitation come in. I don't think in the jail, unless you're not in there going again and again, like you're saying again, like you go to prison, there's not a lot of brothers in there with structure. Maybe just the program of the prison, doing the push-ups, making sure you're on program with your factor and your chapter, and just trying to keep that part of your image is the actual destruction of yourself.
I understand what you're saying still. So for you, you're saying going to jail adds to the destruction, and the only way for reform is learning a skills trade or, you know, doing work like artist work on road. But isn't there similar destruction paths on being in the streets, trying to keep up with your name on road as it is in jail? I don't think there's any really different correlation between the two.
I mean, I would say no. My fault. I got to hit you. I gotta hit you. So there is a relationship between the two of them. Yes, it's called the bank, where you get your money from. If you're gonna sit down and do the book work, or if you're gonna sit down and do the hands-on training of the field, right? So both of them are educational. I think the high risk factor of going to prison can be a career if you can survive it, but you will have to be a snitch. You will have to tell, not being here
Now
on
again.
this planet. That's the career lifestyle of going to prison.
All right, you know what, Rico,
let's tap back into him when he can get better Wi-Fi.
let's we already you're subscribed. Hopefully we can follow you on some Instagram, some socials or whether, and let's reconnect with some, you know what I'm saying, on a different day where we can actually discuss this, finding reform in man and women. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a really deep conversation we all can get into. I want to thank you for your time. We're definitely going to connect back on that. I want you to have a really blessed day, blessed Easter weekend if you celebrate those pagan things. But
do they celebrate that in the East? Is Easter weekend in the States too?
Yes.
I don't know, fam.
You already know, Robinson, man. It's definitely a deep convo. We're definitely gonna come back and talk about that. Probably need to get Fury on here. Let them talk it out, so I can like stretch. But it's honestly a really great conversation to have still, because reform. I feel like reform is important. And shout out to Robinson. I was about to call him. Shout out to Robinson for tapping in with the Man Dem to give his insight on reform and whether jail has a reform system. It's funny he said the only money making factor of having a career in jail is to be a snitch. That is crazy.
No, if you can import some stuff, you can kind of be alright. Imports is very important in there.
Oh yeah, import. Yes. Import, output.
Yo, would you be down for this rule change?
What's it called?
The rule change for the NBA, moving all free throws besides and ones to the end of the quarter. Imagine a team being down 10 in the fourth but having 11 free throws at the end of the game. Every game basically ends in a free throw competition.
No.
You wouldn't like that?
No.
But then it doesn't slow down the game.
So, what?
So you don't slow down the game. So the game actually becomes quicker. So you move all the free throws to the end of the game. So you collect all the fouls except for and ones. And ones you can do right there.
Mm-hmm.
But like all the fouls get moved to the end of the game. Or the end of the quarter, sorry.
So it speeds up the game by taking away the and one type of free throws. And
or just the foul. It speeds up the game because it takes away the fouls. The and ones, those stay. So if a man does a layup, he gets fouled, you go to the free throw, you shoot. But let's just say like a man gets fouled, he shoots a 3-pointer, and he gets fouled. It's technically it's a foul. You hold it to the end of the quarter, but the game continues.
Oh, so everybody's just fouling each other while everything's getting tallied up?
Could be.
Who's tallying up all these fouls, and how do you
the man tally up everything all the time in the game?
No, okay, but like what if you want to like rebuttal things? Like what if you want to like say, yo, I don't want to like I don't like that foul or something, like, or like what do you say like when they call it out?
They only give you 2 like replays or whatever. They only give you like 2 of them anyways. So it's not like you have like 5 that you can replay on. You can replay it right there if you want to. That's fine.
But they're not calling it though. They're continuing the game.
You can probably call it.
Or are they like foul and then the ball goes to the other player, but they don't do the free throws?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about NBA now, Robinson. You thought we was talking about our deep convo. Yeah, nah. We're talking about basketball. Fuck. I don't know if I'd like it still. I think it's just too much. Like, so at the end of the day, everybody just busts and like.
The end of the game, yeah, man, it's a free throw challenge now. One team shoots a certain amount of free throws for the end of the quarter. The other team shoots a certain amount of free throws at the end of the quarter. I think that's dope. God. I'm rocking with it.
Yeah, no, I'm not still. Amanda Bynes joins OnlyFans, but she's not doing anything sleazy.
So she says.
So she says.
I don't even know who Amanda Bynes is.
Wasn't she on what's it called? That guy's show that everybody was like getting mad at earlier on in the year?
I don't remember.
With the Nickelodeon things?
Probably. I don't know who she is. I seen that Drake is gonna be streaming weekly on Keek.
He's streaming weekly?
Yes. He's gonna be doing weekly streams.
Okay.
So that means like one stream a week.
Yeah. That means one stream a week.
Is that good? Is that a good look
for him?
Yes.
I think so. I think so.
You don't think he should be maybe like again taking a step back because that means more Drake. So we're gonna get more Drake music.
It's not more Drake music.
How do you not? He just went on Aiden Ross's stream and said that he has a project.
Yeah, but he's not gonna leak his music. I think if he does, it's just back behind the scenes, like leaks, like to make people go crazy. Like, yo, what is that?
But
get reactions.
But just like you said, you're gonna hear Drake music. That's more Drake music. So now
like that.
But why? Okay, if this guy already leaks his music, his stream is another way to just leak more music. Especially the music that he can't get cleared. Okay, I'll just stream it. What do you guys think? Every other artist does it.
I get it. Okay, but listen. Fuck all that. We know Drake's just going on there to gamble. So it doesn't really matter what we think. He's going on there to play stake, and he's just sitting down there running it up while everybody's watching him and talking in the comments. That's what's happening. Maybe he'll gauge a 1-2. He'll have Smiley on there or TV Gucci on there 1-2 time, but like he's going to gamble live.
Nah, I think we get like Drake new songs. I think we get unreleased music that we've never heard. I think we get Drake and like Playboy Max doing a friggin' thing together. You know what I'm saying? I think we see it all. I think Drake is in his next bag as an artist. Drake is always that guy that wants to be the first or like onto the new wave. So as being one of like, I don't know, like DDG doesn't count. DDG already was a streamer type guy. He was already doing YouTube videos and all that stuff. I think Drake being the biggest artist in the world and having some sort of different streaming thing, yes, I think he's you know, it's just another bag for him that he's just gonna conquer.
Wow.
It's not that I don't want to see him do it. I just think that he still should take some time off. Take a little bit of time off and then come back as a streamer and then like leak beer music. But what do I know? His fans seem to stay. The one thing about his fans is they support the fuck out of him. His super fans.
I think streaming will be okay for the boy. I'm not gonna lie to you still.
Robinson said, "Oh no, not Drake."
Yes, Drake. Did you hear that Twitter is gonna remove their DMs?
No.
So apparently it has been announced that DMs will be removed soon and it will likely be replaced with XChat.
What is that?
A new messaging feature. XChat is expected to offer enhanced features such as end-to-end encryption, file sharing capabilities, a delete for all option, and the ability to mark messages as unread. While some posts on X suggest additional features like voice messages and the removal of read receipts, these details remain unconfirmed. So I think they're just moving their DMs thing to a different wave, a different setting, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, hey. Miss Sapphire is quitting the industry in 6 months.
Miss Sapphire? What does she do?
She does the SD Sundays.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, she is?
Yeah, she's quitting in 6 months. I'm actually sad.
I gotta tap into her stuff. Rapper Matt Ox of Chief Keef fame. Buddy, he used to rap with Chief Keef back in the day. He's been arrested on drug charges in LA. Former child rapper hailing from Philly who got a huge look from the late XXX at the age of 14 is older now, but staring down a potentially troubled future after he and his boys were arrested for drugs. Yikes. Shout out to Matty Ox.
Sticky still.
Sticky.
A man said that logic should be in the white people thing.
Logic?
Yeah, and the man said that you need to delete this app. Remember the DJ that I always play from London and I always send you his stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Toronto youth are on it.
I know. I seen it. They're going crazy. You see how excited everybody is to see when Toronto travels is like across the border and like do their thing. Like it's like, bro, like that's what you're supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like you're supposed to travel.
But I think it's because we see so many artists that don't do it that when they do it, it's like, okay, you guys are taking it serious. Like I think the artists sometimes that are here, I think it's just like it's whatever now because it's like we always see you guys here and you don't make any moves. It's not like you guys are trying to go radio or do anything. With these guys, I think too it's they're like no disrespect to Isis or anybody or like Sample King, Trinity Chris or the guys that have come before them. But these guys are like, you know, they're really putting on for Toronto reggae, which we always, it's crazy. Remember, we had this conversation maybe a year or two ago with Windy Smoke, and we are like, yo, where's Toronto, the Toronto reggae sound and the dancehall sound? And then boom, a lot of the people in the comments were like, yo, don't worry, just wait. Like, you know, we're going to come and dirty up the place. And then I'm glad to see this.
Yeah, I'm glad to see it too. Just caught this one.
Yachty or Pusha T?
Yachty.
Yachty.
I ain't gonna lie, Yachty was pretty much one of like the founding fathers of this new generation of rap. Like if you go back to SoundCloud rap, like he pretty much on that Mount Rushmore. You talking about Uzi, Yachty, Smoke Perp, XXX Tentacion, like Smoke, like you know what I'm saying? Ski Mask, like he was pretty much one of the founding fathers. So like, and he put a lot of people on to this day. So he definitely one of the ones.
Lil Yachty.
I don't know why they put them together. That's such a stupid pairing.
It's because they have dreads or the single braids.
Yeah, they had the Travis Scott dreads or the Travis Scott dreads. Yeah, it's dumb. You can't pair Little Yachty and fucking Pusha T. It's actually very stupid. Very, very dumb. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool, Gutsy. Hold on, let me show you something. Look at this shit. Series versus the game.
Oh, like who played them? Like the voice actors? Or is that actually the game AI?
It looks like AI.
No, okay, that's the game. Okay, clearly that's the game.
So this is the game and this is the actual actors of the show?
Yeah.
I'm kind of lost on the characters though.
What do you mean?
Like I don't remember. Okay, I know this is Joel.
Yeah.
That's obvious.
Are they going backwards now?
I think they're going. I don't know where they're going still. I wish I can pull it up. Okay, this is the beginning. All right. That's not a good casting. This is definitely not a good casting. This girl's head's so round.
Don't kill me.
Is this the same? This is Ellie again, oh, grown up, right?
No, that's a different thing.
Oh,
that's
different
the thing. That's the girl that is my boy. That's the bro. That's the bro's girlfriend.
And they made her black in the show.
Yeah.
I know this guy.
Yeah, that's Ellie's brethren. Not really brethren. I don't know who that's Ellie's friend that helps Dutty, my boy. That's the girl with the thing on her arm. That's her brethren.
Okay, so yeah, that's cool. I like those ones. I've seen a lot of those stupid AI things. Like I seen a Street Fighter one where we're at the end screen where they lose and they're just crying, fam. That's the only thing I hated about that. They're just crying like nigga.
What was they gonna do? So bad. Do you think they're gonna do that for the thing?
Oh,
the season finale. Do you think that my boy gets duttied?
Are they gonna kill him?
Jeez, yeah.
They has to though. It's a part of the show. Like, I haven't seen the show still, like to see how they're doing. I'm pretty sure it's still the first game into season 2, right?
They're into season 2. They're into part 2.
I know. Wait, no. Wait, hold on.
Yes.
Wait. Pause. So season 1, they did the whole game.
Pretty much.
But he doesn't survive in.
Yes, he does. In the first part of the game, he survives because in the game it ends with him lying to the girl. He lies to her about the infection because remember he kills off everybody in the thing in the hospital because they're like, oh, she has the immune system and this and that and the third, and then to figure out, oh, they have to kill her to spread the immune system.
Yes,
and he doesn't want to kill her, so he saves her and then he tells her to lie. That's how the game ends. That's how season 1 ends. Part 2 picks up with with the show. They get right to it though. They show you like my girl's trying to kill him. They show you who my girl is. They don't explain to you who exactly she's related to there from the hospital, but they do explain to you that she's trying to kill him. Which the game was a little bit better, right? Because in the game you don't know. So when the click up happens, you just don't, and then when the thing happens, you're like, oh fuck. You're like, yo, what? But yeah. And then 2, it's different too, because in the game, the my girl that kills him, she bulks up, right? So like she purposely bulks up to fight him.
So I need to play Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, you need to play probably part 2 and remember how that rolls, because it's actually sick the way they do it, because the whole time you just don't know why my girl's there, and then when she actually catches my boy and she makes my girl watch, fam, it's like, yo, fucked up still. But he is, but at the end of the day, he's fucked up because you're looking at it. That's why the game is so sick. You're looking at it from a character that's doing the right thing. He's looked at as the good guy.
The good guy, yeah.
But
Joel looks,
But in a sense, he's really a piece of shit. He's saving one person to kill everybody else. He can help everybody, but instead he just wants to save that one person. That's kind of being a piece of shit. You're being selfish. Because you didn't get the same things from your daughter, now you're keeping her, like, because you're in your selfish things. It's not to help the world, because if you wanted to, yes, she should be there. And then you killed everybody. You didn't even have to kill people, fam. He went into the hospital and you just, like, even when you're playing the game, and then the game is actually worse, because like the game, he's just wetting up everybody in the hospital, fam. You don't care. And that's why they came back and did what they did to it. Great storytelling for a video game, I'll tell you that. It's storytelling for a video game.
I haven't played it in a while, but that was amongst one of the best games I have ever played in my life. The Last of Us was the best game I played. Like, in terms of story. After that, maybe Yakuza. That Yakuza game I played, that shit was... It just kept going, but I didn't want to put down the controller. Like, there's some games that are guanin still, I'm not gonna lie. Right now I'm playing Devil May Cry 5.
Right now I am playing Marvel Rivals.
You need to get on some one-player story mode games, bro, so we can review.
Not right now.
Not right now.
Who knows? Maybe I might do it. Holy, Kuzumi is looking bad.
Where is she? Where? X?
Yeah, not suitable for our audience right now.
Would you watch a Bloom Pop with these guys?
No. Were you the one that showed me that they were trying to cancel Johnny Bananas off the Balloon Pop or one of them shows?
Apparently, he called somebody a racist remark. I haven't seen the clip. I just sent it to you because you're the only person I know that said Johnny Bananas. Still, I don't know anybody else
Johnny
that
Bananas
said
is a
that.
guy. Shout out, man, like Bananas. Top 5 linked up with Boss Man D-Lo.
It's crazy. I am on that clip right now. That is nuts. Like, literally, as soon as I scrolled, you just said it. Like, so GG's and the 4-4 Man Dem. So like Sav and those guys also linked up with him.
Okay, there's bands.
Outside, nigga. Outside, nigga. Fucking idiot.
You know what's crazy?
Hmm?
Were we speaking about this from like last year?
That way.
That somebody needs to bring down Boss Man Dilo.
Yes. Yes, we was.
The
Yes,
way the
we
world
was.
works, eh?
I know, right?
So crazy.
I know. KS Band's top 5, Boss Man D-Lo.
Madness.
No man, that's good. That's good for it's good for Boss Man D-Lo to connect with the youths, man, with the gang, with the guys in the city. You know what I'm saying, only if he was doing interviews though, man. Only if he was doing interviews. Whoa, get out of there. Only if he was doing interviews, but hey.
What did you think of the Bushman that I sent you?
Hard. Can I play it? Obviously,
Yes,
right?
Of course.
Yo, bro.
Did you see the rest of them? Like you seen?
I heard all of them. I heard all of them.
But the one I sent you was the best one. I lie.
I'll tell you which one was the best one.
The one I said.
I bring no food in. Cook the brick in the same pot that we cook food in. If the band no booming, then I move in. If a junkie OD, go buy a new sim. My head he lit the pipe, say he feel like a new man. We be selling whole things, we don't do grams. We got 2 cans, more colors than a fruit stand. I got purple, some green, and some blue bags. I used to sit right there with the users. Got a 6 cents for plain clothes and cruisers. Early morning trapping, step on a rooster. No Jamaican, but told German Lucas.
If he took a break to do this shit, I honestly forgive him. Yeah, I forgive him. Holy fuck, B.
Next one.
I want to run that again, but I'm running it in my crib. It's loud as.
Dr. Bush, Spanish bitch, call me El Jefe. Maybe cause if I go broke, I'ma go get a brick from my essay. 28 grams of Perico, I think that I'm Nino as well. I know the real El Diablo, I can send a nigga to hell. Call my compadre and send you farewell. I got a stick in the passenger seat when I'm swerving the left lane. I'm smoking on end game. Blunt to the membrane. You up like an airplane. I'm fire like propane. And your boyfriend a no name. I'm young and I'm turned. Can't be concerned with them, they hold lanes. All of my niggas told 30 shots because they game bang. 100 shot flicks, we got chopsticks like we know a ling ling. Smoke a nigga like runs. Smoke a nigga like M game. Hopper gon' fill up your lungs. You don't want smoke, I came with max pain. I don't have to.
Jesus Christ.
He's rude.
My first time with.
Yo, he's not playing, fam.
He's rude.
Hyperbolic James, dog.
Yeah, he went in there for a while.
CF, you know I did it right. His first time with the CF, that nigga almost lost his life. They call me Dr. Bush cause I made 50K off kite. They like Bushman teach me how to cut my dope without a knife. My first time buying a brick, I paid the lowest price. Your first time buying a brick, you're bluffing, that's you out your life. My first time whipping a brick, I ran up 100, did it twice. My first time me not costly, I made 20 bands at night. These niggas go outside, they throw white flags so they don't get no stress. And we ain't got no ops, we look out shots, they already know the vibes. And this Cardi on my wrist, it cost like 2 bricks of the ice. The first time she sucked my dick, she had tears running down her eyes. I got too much motion.
I hope this song is called My First Time. Because this shit, no, listen, at first, I was like, but then when he said that little, I swear he said something about, I don't know, he said something deep, like, I think of like 3-4 bars in there. I'm like, okay, yeah, this got me hooked now. This song is fucking nasty, bro.
Phone ringing, that's money. That's trappers, that's hustlers, that's junkies. Street life, I got a custom. My customers shoot dope up by the iron. Rough life, tough life, but this is my life. Got food, Sizzy, that's my whole life. Run life, so I'm really living a run life. Trap house, I had to sleep there the whole night. I used to be the sweetest kid, got possessed by the band. I can't watch my mom struggle, I got dope by the bundle. Ooh, I got that juice, purple, grapefruit. Got that red like strawberry, I could even turn it blue. Like I'm on up by the boat, we got dope by the boat. When I hit it with the buffet, get these like the hawk. We don't do this shit for fun. All my niggas, they shoot guns. Good man, if they help you go to run. God know they got toddlers, so trained they do walk-ups. Use the brain on your head before you.
I'm not a fan of this one, but like his flow is so good. Very unique, very sick flow. And I remember what he said on that last song. He said, they call me Dr. Bushman because I made thousands off of kife. Fam, when he said that, I'm like, this nigga's nuts. He's crazy. He's now you're thinking. Like, furthermore, they don't even use that word kife no more. That is the craziest part. Like, you know you're of age. Of a certain age if he's saying, like, I sold kife to a nigga. Like, you know that shake. Like that's bottom of the barrel. You know what I'm saying? He's selling more thousands selling Kaif is crazy, bro. What's your thoughts though, bro? What's your thoughts? I know this is one of your favorite artists out here.
Yeah, Bushman's doing this thing. I love it. I love to see it. We've been waiting. We were gonna actually put Bushman on a milk carton, but we couldn't find the actual right milk carton to put him on. But he found his way off, fam. Like, I'm excited because I feel like he has a Toronto sound that could work, that people might rock with. Yes, I'm super excited for Bushman's next run. The people actually rock with him too. It's not like, no disrespect to them, but like a Ras Fresco, or somebody that is there that can rap or do their thing that doesn't get the love or doesn't get the views, like a Teddy Franchise for us. You know what I'm saying? Super dope rapper, makes hits but doesn't get the love that we feel. Like, people actually rock with him, people support him, they're behind him, or I shouldn't say behind him, pause, whatever. But yeah, I want to see what Bushman does with this run. And for anybody that's out there that's not from Toronto, Bushman he's not technically Toronto, but Brampton is like an outskirts of Toronto, but he's very popular. Where Tory Lanez is from. Yeah, put it like that. But yeah, he super dope. I'm excited. I want to see some music videos. Hopefully we see something soon, and he starts heating up the summer.
Yes, I agree. And to be fair, Ras Fresco is a celebrity in his own right, in his own little lane. He's a really good artist. He's hip hop. Teddy Franchise, on the other hand, dope artist too. We love him. He's fucking super dope. The one thing these artists do lack in Toronto is definitely just the keep going, the keeping of goingness. I'm talking about when you have a hit song, something that would stick and the viewers would love and the listeners would love. Finding ways to market that tenfold. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go on these streets, and Taylor was doing it for a bit actually. You're doing the little parts of the song that you like in your car or outside your whip or through the roof or at the grocery store. Like, you have to really technically promote the fuck out of your product, like your album, your song, or whatever. You gotta be outside and be on some like you gotta do it, even if it's 15 seconds of something that you like, and you have to post every day. You know what I'm saying? If you want to play that game. Otherwise, I encourage anybody with a following, if you have a real following, that is, and hopefully 10% of your fucking fan base are buyers, you drop a single and make your people buy it for $1. See if you really get the support.
It's crazy. I was with my nephew the other day, and he was like, "Yo, fam, like I wish this guy promoted his song more, but it's like the song's so hard, but I don't know if it could get radio plays." That guy, Ronnie, he has that song Power, bro. I was just like, that's crazy. Because remember that song that we, and I said the same thing. I was just like, this is a song, it's a hit, but you can't just drop the song and then like 2-3 weeks later you're on to the next track. I mean, you can if you just want to flood out with music and you just want to flood the place, but like I think you're just doing some of your songs that could be hits a disservice.
And I think that's a different method too. Like, if you want to flood the digital space, that's fine too. Flood it. Do your pitching. Hopefully, one of your songs land on one of these Spotify playlisters. You get lucky. By all means, like, if that is the play, do it. There's different marketing strategies for everything. You know what I mean? If you have a back catalog of music you don't put out, you could just flood the space. You don't have to stay. But like, we're talking about artists that actually like shoot their video, take the time, spend the money, have one song, and then people like it, and then it's on to the next. It's like, why are you so quickly to move on to the next with another video, with another marketing strategy? How does that work? You feel me? So I don't know. Like I said, I honestly, I'm gonna discourage the movement to streaming like Spotify and Apple Music. If you guys are really true fans of these artists, go and buy their shit. Go buy their merch. Go buy their song on Bandcamp or something. You know what I'm saying? Hit them up and say, what can I get from you? Be supporters like old John Crow. You know what I'm saying? He honestly is an angel in disguise, man. Give us the motivation to really keep going, and he's one of the few guys that actually make us want to continue doing this shit.
Yes, respect. Last but not least, before we get out of here, do you want to go on 6 sounds and pull up that Moolah first? Went to Nav's block.
It's crazy. I think I seen Moolah first actually post that shit. Yeah, I got it right here. What you think of it, man?
Interesting.
What's interesting about going to Nav's block?
Nothing.
And doing a marketing play. Like
There's
what's the
There's nothing interesting about it. I'm just fucking around. I'm trying to like take in where this is.
Shendale?
Yeah.
Just Google it, nigga.
I did, and it's like
it says here that it's on Albion and
like Western Road.
Elmhurst, Albion and let's see, what's the next major? Western Road, yeah. Albion and Western Road.
Mm-hmm.
Technically.
I think I know where it is, but like I'm not sure.
Is this close to Armel?
Shepherd is that way. And then
Because I know where Elmhurst live. I know where Elmhurst is. I think I know where this is, yo. I think I know where this is. I think there's like a
there's a building there. No.
I think this is close to freaking
This is where the golf course is.
where G-Lock is from. Where the fuck is G-Lock? Tanneridge. Isn't this close to Tanneridge?
Yes, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that it was in Tanneridge too.
I think so, man. Because this area is like Tanneridge area. Shendale.
Fam, I don't know none of them Tanneridge niggas that know Nav, bro. That's all I know. I don't think he grew up there. I just think he was like lived there for like a year or two.
Doesn't matter though, really.
Yes.
I don't know if we talked about this on the stream.
We did, but
who's more Rexdale?
Moolah or Nav?
Jellystone.
Yeah, neither.
That's who's more Rexdale.
Fact.
Jellystone. You know who's more Rexdale than Rexdale niggas is
J Noble.
J Noble, yeah, or freaking
Ghetto Concept.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Your audio cut out, my boy. Audio cut out. Oh no, Vegas's audio is out of service. Who else is more Rexdale? I'm from Rexdale. Rexdale didn't have a lot of big artists, did they? I don't know, I can remember.
Am I good now?
You're good now, my youth.
No, I was about to say what's his name from Ghetto Concept? Dolo. Frick. Dolo's more Rexdale than Rexdale.
No,
he's not even from
Rexdale.
Exactly.
Cinco's from Rex. But yeah, nah.
Man said Blickhead is more Rexdale than these niggas. Blickhead is the old Rex. The old Rex.
Blickhead is old Rexdale. Blickhead, yo fam, Blickhead was wilding out this weekend, bro. I seen Blickhead on the Pop the Balloon thing. Ooh. I went in there and Blickhead was holding up girls and she held up one girl in a tombstone, fam. I swear to God, like the girl's crutches was into the and what's crazy is that same girl is the same girl she ragged her head down too.
For real?
Yeah, the same girl that she was helling up and she had the girls pump them in her face, fam. That's the same Indian girl that she dragged her head down.
Oh, no way.
Blickhead was mad, fam. Like, there's no chill in that girl.
Oh, man.
The life of Blicky coming soon.
A lie?
I'm saying. But, I'm tired. I haven't ate for the day yet. I gotta figure out life. I gotta figure out if we're gonna actually film an actual pod this week because I haven't filmed the pod in like 2 months.
I know.
I'm slacking.
Might not have the time as
behind the scenes. Yeah, thank you for the people that came through. Oh, John Crow, we appreciate you like always, man. Love you. You have to be at the next summer episode.
Yeah, he has to be.
I'm
Wear a
not
glitch mask or something.
Yeah, I can't fling out the thing. Oh, look at me. I can't fling out like how many episodes are we at? I don't even know. I stopped padding like that, so we're probably at like 140.
104. I think we're not including interviews, so
No,
if we were,
that'd be different.
okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
like I can't. Who knows? Maybe I can bust out like 60 episodes by like August. We do a 200 episode 200 in the summer. But whatever, John Crow, we appreciate you like always. We appreciate Robinson for coming through in the cut. I think Rockboy was in the cut. Welly I seen in the cut. Who else was in the cut? Who else was in the cutters?
I think we at what episode is this? Episode 126, I think, is the last
Holy,
one.
we're not even at a 30th. That's crazy. I'm slacking like a motherfucker. All right, I'm gonna come back and do some episodes for the team.
Yeah,
I'm slacking.
126, and the last it was 4 weeks ago, March 17th. So we are literally today. We're at a month technically. It's been a month. But we've been dropping. We're still. Imagine we never dropped a episode, but we've been consistent dropping.
Consistent interviews and stuff.
Yeah. So the channel's still booming.
Yeah, make sure you guys share this with a friend, man. Share the channel with a friend. Let a friend know. And oh shit. No, that's tomorrow. Today's Wednesday. I thought we were streaming again tonight, but probably not.
Well, tomorrow I'm supposed to go to the club. You can stream tomorrow. Watch something.
Yeah, I know. I'll figure that out. We're gonna talk behind the scenes. It's your boy Gutsy.
It's your boy Vegas.
We're off of this.